I don't think he's hiding that fact. He tried to subtly put it across, and then it wasn't very subtle across at all. In the end, he has to make sure that his goalkeeper, or any player, is at the top of his game. And, you know, if he fades a bit, and he thinks that's the reason, he certainly has to put it across. A number of the papers have commented the fact that, the same thing was done with Andy Gorham years gone by, and Andy reacted the right way and became a Rangers legend. And, you know, McGregor is such a good goalkeeper that he could do the same himself, but he has to kind of knuckle down a wee bit. Even, you know, after you stop playing football, there's a long time after that. You can have fun then.
Yeah, but at the same time, Walters was not just making a point for its own sake here. He's got a very good goalkeeper to bring in. Neil Alexander was excellent when McGregor was injured last season, wasn't he?
Yeah, but that much more difficult if he didn't have somebody who was very confident. And I think it's also fell in a couple of games where the team's playing well as well. So you've got that sort of confidence to be able to do that, drop your goalkeeper. If he was playing against Celtic, maybe a little bit more difficult one to sort of call. But certainly Alexander's done well. And if he keeps on doing well, hey, the man in possession, what do you call it? 9/10 of the law is possession, and he's got possession at the moment.
Yeah. Interesting to hear Ian McCall saying, which I think we all said when we saw the Thistle team, 4-3-3, aye right, I think is the expression, isn't it?
I've been there myself. You know, you pick a team, you know, one striker and two wide players, and when you've got the ball, you want to be positive. It depends how long Partick can keep possession of the ball. If they keep possession of the ball, that will allow the forward wide players to get forward, and then you'll see a 4-3-3 shape. You might more often see a 4-5-1 shape, though. Yeah,
you would think so. And yet, when you look at David Rowson's been excellent for them for the last season and a half or so. Gary Harkins is important. He's fit, which is important because he was a slight doubt after being injured on Saturday.
Yeah, those two, and I mean, I look at their team and I think they've got good experience there. They've got Maxwell at the back, you know, and they've got Simon Donnelly, Roberts. So, yeah, they've got guys who've been over the course before, and I think that's important in games the size of this, which is a massive game for Partick Thistle.
Well, I mean, you've been in that situation, a manager taking a team out to play the Old Firm and not starting favourites. What's the last thing you say to your players before they go out?
Well, I think that the most important thing against the Old Firm is to keep possession of the ball. I mean, you will give it away at times, but if you give it away needlessly, they'll punish you.
So you've already said you expect Rangers to go through, but I think from the point of view just as spectators here, you'd like it to be a close match. You'd like Thistle to start well, wouldn't you?
But again, the thing about Thistle, I mean, you'll look at the players, they'll be really excited, they'll be looking forward to it. It's the sort of games you look forward to in the season, you know, nothing is expected of you other than to give of your best. And as we keep on saying, last season they did well against Rangers, so they'll be going out, trying to make a game of it, and they try and play a bit of football as well. So I think they actually dominated that midfield for part of the game last year. However, I think it'll be much harder this season because I think Rangers are stronger in midfield, and maybe that's where the game will be won and lost. And that's the reason, hence, you will end up with 5 Partick players in that midfield for most of the time, because I think Colley knows that as well as Walter Smith.
Yeah, well, Colley's been telling me now this is only a bonus tonight. The big match for Thistle is the top of the table meeting with Livingston on Saturday. And if you believe that, let's enjoy it. Partick Thistle against Rangers. Commentary from Billy Dodds and Paul Mitchell.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Firhill, where a great atmosphere is ringing right round the 3 sides of this ground. Over half a century has elapsed since the closest of Glasgow neighbours have faced each other in major cup competition in consecutive years. A replay was required to prize them apart last season. Tonight, we play to a conclusion. Rangers League form has been bright, that's been expected. Thistle's form too has been illuminating, and a good few watch-over at the start that Ian McCaw would have anticipated back in July. Last time Partick played Rangers, the previous match was against Morton, so it was again. This time they went one better by winning. 2 changes, Willie Carver and David Gray drop out. In comes Simon Donnelly and Kevin McKinlay.
Yeah, Thistle going with a 4-5-1, but you know, they'll be trying to turn it into a 4-3-3. A big job for Gary Harkins tonight. Sometimes he plays in wide areas, and the players kick onto him and he wins the ball. He's good in the air. But Matt Roberts, lone striker, he's the one that's got to get forward and support him tonight.
For Rangers, they make 3 changes from the side. The one at Ibrox against Motherwell. Out go Beasley, Daly, Kenny Miller. The latter is injured. In come Papach, Noble and Jean-Claude Darcheville.
Rangers just playing so well, different style to last year, and it's all through Mendes. He just gets the ball, he's a great passer, great vision, and they'll be hoping that he's on top form tonight to create chances for the front two.
And on the bench this evening, Damon Gray, who scored in the Scottish Cup tie at Ibrox, we're 16. Well, Billy mentioned it, it's a big night for Gary Harkins. But he come through and support Mark Roberts. He's been playing well so far this season. He's got 4 goals and scored at the weekend. And number 4 for Rangers, Pedro Mendes, One goal, that came against Celtic, which made him an instant hero. But his form so far this season has been great. And the Rangers fans welcome him here. Our referee, Steve Conroy, who was entrusted with a couple of key games down the stretch in the SPL last season, takes charge tonight. It's his first look at both these teams. Cooperative Insurance Cup third round action live on the BBC in Partick Thistle to get us underway. Rowson immediately puts it out wide and headed away by Broadfoot. Kevin McKinley trying to press up on the Scottish international. Back it goes on to Maxwell. And John Robertson will help it out wide. Rowson trying to take the touch away from Mendes. Mendes very clever, just tried to use the back. The referee wasn't being fooled by that. Forward onto Mark Roberts. Drifts the ball off onto Rowson. Slowly back in field onto John Robertson. Robertson flicked it forward, that's too high. That's easy stuff for David Weir. Comes Chris Boyd, hero of the final last season. Mendes quickly onto Darshall. Mendes out wide. He's not popular in that turnover around these parts. That's a lovely little ball off. Papac making the run. And then just a little tug, Simon Storey. He seemed to have developed in the last season or so this willingness to come forward, Cesar Papac.
Yeah, he's got a free rein to get forward, and Rangers passing the ball well, he can time his runs. But in that occasion, Storey did really well, tucked himself in, followed the run all the way. Good challenge.
Hunter Smith looks on, won the trophy 4 times, wouldn't mind winning it a 5th. Never easy to defend your trophy. That's precisely what they're going to do. Rangers' first game after winning the League Cup last season was against Partick Thistle. The first game in defence of the trophy tonight, also against the Jags. So McKeown loses out. Boyd. Davis has made a great run at the back post, but it's a poor ball across, and John Robertson can clear it. Mark Roberts waits for it. Held it up well. Gary Harkins trying to get in the advanced role. Kevin Thompson doing the spoiling. Well, McCoy stole us. Rangers were going for it at a high tempo from the start. Ian McCall told us Partick Thistle wouldn't be holding back. And a very interesting start to this match. Header won well by Maxwell. Breaks down to Rowson. Storey. On to John Robertson. It's just one match so far this season. On to Kevin McKinley, neatly down. Here comes Gary Harkins. Harkins making the move. Harkins still going, tries to go through Broadfoot, does so. Great play from Harkins, tries to cross, it was missed by Simon Donnelly. Just couldn't connect, comes out to Rowson. Rowson's shot just flashes wide. Good start from home team.
Well, that's the thing that Ian McCall was talking about. No, it's McKinley. Harkins picking it up there, but McKinley eventually gets the ball, and they're getting their wide players forward. It's McKinley and then it's Donnelly with the final shot, but it's a great chance. And then Rowson with a strike there, but he pulls it well wide. But at least, you know, out the midfield, they're getting Harkins forward, McKeown forward, McKinley forward, and Donnelly forward. Partick Thistle forward through Twaddle from the Rangers youth. Davis onto Boyd. Here's Darshall. Back onto Davis once more. Infield onto Mendes. Mendes onto Nacho Novo through the Blue Boys. Papac. Onto Davis. Strike back on the right foot. Oh, that's played neatly onto Papac. That's so Partick Thistle. Back onto Nacho Novo. Davis will go for the shot. It took a slight deflection, I thought. Tuffy diving wide. And happy to see it go wide. It's poor defending from Storey, and just ball watches. It's a lovely little pick out. Pull back to Novo, just leaves it for Davis. He drags it wide on top of that, but Storey, poor defending because he just ball watches 2 of them. But with Storey, he's got to match Papac's run. He doesn't do so. Rangers create a chance.
Well, first angle, it looked like John Robertson got a touch on it. As you saw from the straight on, it just went past the number 4 for Partick Thistle. Hackle and hustled. Gary Harkins going a little bit too enthusiastically for the referee's liking. And just have a little word. We'll get on his League Cup debut. Back on to Neil Alexander. One again by Boyd. Darshville breaking through as Mendes. There's a bit of space for Pedro Mendes. Has to check, played out wide. Nacho Novo's there. Steps in on the right foot, goes for the curl. It's very tame and it's very easy for Johnny Tuffy.
I think you see the type of game it's going to be. Just slick passing, good running, good movement from both teams. And at this time it's Rangers. Mendes out to Novo. He just brings it inside, curls it, just can't get enough purchase on it to take it away from Tuffy.
They don't like him round here, you know.
Sign of a good player, Paul.
Partick Thistle. Forward with McKinley, loses out. Mendes plays it forward. Anderson on the chase, so he fluffed it, got away with it. Along the way, there has been a goal so far in the Cooperative Insurance Cup third round. It's come at Kilmarnock, and it's Kilmarnock 1, Aberdeen 0. Connor Salmon getting on the score sheet there. A goal so far in our live match as Neil Alexander getting his chance. That brings pressure too for the goalkeeper. You know, one mistake, he could be right back out the side. Looking for Darshall. He wins it. Novo's got the pace against Storey. Well, Simon Storey's had a tough time of it on the Partick Thistle right so far.
Yeah, when it's flicked on, he's maybe just give himself an extra yard because he knows Novo's quick. We've already seen that he can ball watch, but you know, when the ball's up in the air, certainly give himself a yard because Nova is quick, and you can see there he's been done for pace.
Away by Tuffy. Roberts against Bruguera. Roberts did exceptionally well, trying to knock the ball down onto Simon Donnelly. Rowson again. Sends it for the chasing figure. Now Steve McKeown. Steve McKeown's played in both the League Cup ties so far this season for Partick Thistle. They had to get past Forfar, and they did so by 4 goals to 3. And they went up to Danes, a very good win, 2-1. They've struggled in the cup so far this season, and just making their entry to the competition at this stage. They were in Europe. Harkins delightfully inside. That's a delicate cross. Chernobyl will try and grab the ball away. Shouts for handball. Darshall brings it down, but he's conceded. Rowson battling in the middle there. Mendes sends it wide. McKinley has a look. The offside flag has stayed down. Chris Boyd goes for it. Well, the Partick Thistle back line are furious. It was a simple ball out over the top from the back. Chris Boyd looked to be offside, but again, if you look out wide, Storey was there.
Well, I'm saying Storey give debt, but not on that occasion. It's not on his side. It's another side. Good through ball. Storey's playing him on side. Maxwell tries to step up. Boyd's in, but he can't get a good shot away. He takes a great touch, can't get out his feet. Straight to the goalkeeper.
They've won a corner, Rangers. Chris Boyd had that chance moments ago. You look immediately across, and then suddenly you just see that lone figure on the far side, and you think, what's he doing?
Just the 4 yards on side.
Stephen Davis. Bruguera comes forward, scoops it high over the bar. Yet to add goal scoring as a talent as a Rangers player, but he's settled in nicely, ever present since he's arrived. And he looks fairly decent at centre half alongside David Way.
Nice, quick, powerful. Alice Queller, well gone now. He just stepped right into his shoes, and you know, I'm not saying he's as good at passing the ball, but quick, strong, aggressive. That's all you want to be first as a defender.
Going to Rangers, the 22 players who started the Scottish Cup replay last season, the only one no longer with either club is aforementioned Carlos Cuellar. Top Broadfoot wants some movement, gets it from Davis. Broadfoot above the level of the stand, dropping down. McKinley battling in there, simply away from Thompson. Mendes, that'll be a high feet against them. There's been an equaliser at Rugby Park. Aberdeen through Gary McDonald have equalised, so 2 goals in the opening minutes at Rugby Park. That match on BBC Radio Scotland, it were on Beach and Wave. Forward comes Donnelly, tries to find McKinley, trying to battle in there again. Broadfoot. Alexander has to react fairly quickly. Mendes, that's clever. On to Boyd. Closed down well. And allowed Maxwell to come through. Took the ball in the man. But at Thistle. Well, they're not putting the ball out of play. Interesting to see if Broadfoot does. Well, just how well was he caught, Pedro Mendes?
Yeah, he caught a sore one. He gets the ball clearly, as you see, Maxwell, but it's not the best ball by Boyd. Just leaves it there for Maxwell to win it, but his trailing leg just catches Mendes, and he does take a sore one.
It's a typical one. The defender's coming through. He's looking forward. He's looking at the ball, and almost like he doesn't care that the man's alongside him. He's going to ground to win it.
Go and win it. Simple as that.
McKinley doing the decent thing. Figueroa trying to play it over the top. The goalkeeper's come out. Robertson makes the head, and then there's a word with his goalkeeper. Very tight from Partick Thistle. Kevin McKinley. McKinley going the scenic route. To Story, slightly more direct. Just couldn't get there. Tapach puts it over his shoulder. It's a neat takedown by Noble. Rangers finding space through Kurt Broadfoot. Davis to Darshville. Across once more by Mendes. Delightful Noble waits. Darshville and Boyd shark into the box. The delivery is the killer, and it kills the move.
Just a bit, but again, it's Novo getting himself free. But Story held a good line that time. He can see the balls coming to his side. He takes a good line. He's able to track him back. And Novo's cross not the best, as we did see. But it's over his head. You see him covering now. He's there. He gets himself in the right position. Forces Nova in the pitch. It's a bad cross.
Delightful pass by Pedro Mendes. Falkirk play last night. It's 17 passes knocked together for an opening goal. There's been some good football going around. Here's Broadfoot. Moves it away from Davis. Mendes waits, not ill effect to the challenge from Maxwell. Broadfoot takes his time, aims it towards Boyd. Maxwell right in behind him. Good play from Boyd, held up. Found Davis. Story will intercept. Roberts out-huckled that time by Kevin Thompson. Thompson through to Darshville. It's a delightful pass again. Darshville just trying to slip it in. Don't think he was shooting there. He was just trying to bring Boyd into the action. Perhaps he should have gone for it. Thistle, McKinley doesn't keep it in. The assistant referee Brian McGarry puts his flag up, and I think there's about 1,000 assistant referees wearing yellow and red who disagree.
Yeah, I think you can see the pace that Rangers are playing at though. It's Roberts who's caught in the ball, and it's a great through ball. If he just gets a little bit more touched on it, Boyd's in for a strike, but good covering round, but you can't take that chance. Roberts being caught in the central area, and Rangers are playing. McCoy spoke about it pre-match. He was saying we're going to play with a pace, a purpose, and Rangers are doing exactly that.
Thistle having to work hard in all departments. Rangers 2 through Papach now. Broadfoot being closed down by Twaddle. On to Papach again. He tries to make that run again. He's behind Story. Novo plays it across. Just not finding his men, but I tell you what, he's finding the space.
I know I keep on going on about Simon Story, but if you see the way when the ball's played, he follows the ball. It's got to be the man when you do that. If somebody plays the ball, you can only do something about your man. You can't do anything about the ball. The ball watches again, it's nipped in behind him. But again, it's a poor cross from Novo, but there's certainly joy to be had over that far side.
Oh, a bit of crossing. Rangers could be a couple ahead. As it is, Novo's yet to find and fine-tune his supply. Twaddle. Back into Ian Maxwell. They're pushing. Forward to Mark Roberts. And Alexander Pretty horrible stuff. McKinley goes up, so too does Broadfoot. They both have no idea where the ball is. And Broadfoot played her away. Did he get caught late? Not according to referee Steve Conroy. Well, Partick Thistle thought they had this.
It's a Rangers free kick, certainly not a Rangers throw in. He's showing his studs there, but certainly if he's not going to give the free kicks, a Thistle throw in.
Broadfoot forward, dealt with again by Maxwell. Thompson heading up. There's been another goal at Rugby Park. Having thunder in there tonight. It's come for David Fernandez after 12 minutes. It's Kilmarnock 2, Aberdeen 1. Together, bowled slightly by Harkins, but he won the header. It's down onto Roberts. Roberts tries to lay it off McKeown. Donnelly nips in there. Oh, wide it goes onto McKinley. McKinley has Twaddle on the overlap. That might open up some space. Back onto Simon Donnelly. Dink ball in. Bugera dealt with it. Donnelly plays it through again. The offside flag goes up. Steve McKeown is taking it too far. Mark Roberts applying the final touch.
Just gone too early. McKeown, I think he's on line. I don't think it's offside. But what a pass from Donnelly. You know, he could just help it into the box. He doesn't. He spots McKeown. He's definitely onside. Poor decision.
John Gilmore on that far side. I'd rather have my job than his. Here comes Darshall. Doesn't do enough. Story slips in. Forward it goes, headed on by Weir. Darshall again trying to get up there. And he's fouled. Last 4 appearances, Jean-Claude Darshall has been from the bench. And a chance to start tonight. Kenny Miller injured. Calf injury, doesn't play. Mendes looking for Davis. Twaddle jumped alongside him. Darshall at all sorts of time. So too Gary Harkins. Harkins taking on Bugera. He's got a man wide. Sliding challenge by Noble. Delayed it. Donnelly onto McKeown. McKeown trying to get away from Noble. Good play from Nacho Noble. He's not afraid to track back, Nacho Noble. Wasn't in the 16 for the final last season. It's the start tonight. Donnelly closed down by Thompson. Well, he said this week in the press that he doesn't particularly like this competition. He's not been overly lucky. He didn't use some in the final last year. Did get a taste of it with Hibs. It was a very sour and bitter taste of the final. Again on to Broadfoot. Vocal home support enjoying what they're seeing so far in the opening 18 minutes. Thistle unbeaten in the last 3, although they have conceded in the last 2. Long looking from Noble. Gets the better again. And Story played it infield for Boyd. Darshall just using his size and bulk to edge away David Rowson. At least there's the decency to smile about it.
Yeah, he's always got a big smile, Jean-Claude Darshall, but I think Rangers sense Nova's the man in that wide area. You know, that time it's Simon Story can do nothing about it, because this time he sees it coming. He's given himself depth, but Nova's so quick and gives him just a yard and beats him by 2. He just can't produce that final cross.
Weir takes it away. Oh, it's a poor pass. Twaddle reaches in. Maxwell just left it a couple of inches short. And now Twaddle goes on the run. Going to Donnelly. Thistle trying patiently to come down the left hand side. Gary Harkins just overruns it. Here McCall. Alan McCoist gets the birthday headlines. Ian McCall will blow out the candles next week.
I think they'll be looking at that situation. I think Simon Story over there, certainly one of the central defenders, especially John Robertson, maybe could edge, give a little bit of depth, but you know, Simon Story's certainly got to give depth, and when it's you can see the pass coming, you know, you can see what's going to hit your side. If it's not, you give a good line. When you see that it's playing your side, make sure you give yourself a couple of yards. He's having a hard time at it just now, but certainly the centre half could be helping him out as well, just edging over that side early doors.
Story. He's having to work hard, Nacho Novo in there.
His movement's good though. He's not just going round the outside, you know, he's standing there, he's waiting for it to be built up, and then he's coming from out to in, and he's going in between the right back and the centre half sometimes. The movement's good, hard to cover.
Looking for help from John Robertson as well. Here comes Broadfoot. Broadfoot up against McKinley. To Davis. 1-2. Does it come off? There's been another goal at Rugby Park. I think it's becoming a catchphrase. Mary Towell has scored after 70 minutes from the penalty spot. 3-1 Killie.
Defence is certainly not on top there, but you know, Towell's a good player and playing really well this season. Watched him on a few occasions, really is standing out now. He's got a penalty against Celtic. It's on the score sheet again tonight. Weir. Edge wide on to Noble. Darshall makes the run. Robertson's across, slides it on to Story. Story down all as far as Papak. Harkins fancies that, takes it away from Thompson. Harkins, little shimmy. Papak takes him down, and referee Steve Conroy awards the free kick. It's a definite free kick, and we highlighted him, and I'll tell you what, he's certainly having a good game, because he ain't just staying central either. You've found yourself out on the left, the right, he's picking up second balls, and he's having a run with it, and he's scoring a good foul here.
Still only 23, Gary Harkins, and he still harbour dreams of SPL football. Free kick into the box, he easily headed away. Where's header? Falls for Darshall. Comes Davis. Mendes and Broadfoot now bursting down the right hand side. Broadfoot across. Important header by Donnelly. Where does it fall? It falls to Kevin Thompson. And they rather snatched far too quickly at it. He had placed his left hand side.
He did, but it's how quick Rangers are breaking on him again. And it's the old fullbacks one, the only one up front, so Papach, and this time Broadfoot getting on it all night. Gets a good cross in, headed out, and Thompson just doesn't meet it right, but it's the speed of the break that's happening.
Rangers half a dozen attempts on goal. It took 27 minutes to break the deadlock the last time they were here. Nacho Noble, the player who did so. Mendes will send it on to Nacho Noble. Right foot onto Davis. Mendes across the carpet onto Papak. Should be cleared by John Robertson. Rangers starting to look comfortable. Get it, and goes down by Harkins. That's good play from Simon Donnelly. Didn't give Sasa Papak a moment. Well, he had that chance earlier where he rather swiped at it. Missed a penalty against Rangers in the Scottish Cup tie. He's got a wee point to prove, Simon Donnelly. Together. Davis once more. Good foot. Into Broadfoot. McKinley comes across. Did his job shepherding it out of play. And Broadfoot and McKinley. They're not swapping phone numbers, that's for sure.
But that's how to defend. You see McKinley never takes his eye off Broadfoot. The ball goes inside, it's whipped down the corner, and he's only got eyes. Broadfoot's the man. Maybe young Simon Story take a leaf out his book. Just must match the man, nothing else. Forget the ball.
Tuffy, that's that time. Back again by Rowson. Davis again looks up, he's looking left. Boyd's moved round the corner! And that's a sensational strike in a competition he just adores. Sumptuous from Chris Boyd.
That's absolutely scary, that strike. I mean, it's a great pass, first and foremost. But you're looking at it and thinking, that's a great pass. But what a ridiculous strike. It's just left foot, not his favoured. You know Davis has got this in him. Lovely diagonal. He's got to watch all the way. John Robertson's struggling, but to meet it with that contact, that's just ridiculous.
The pass was wonderful, but the finish, well, it's simply something to be admired. Johnny Tuffy flung himself across. Well, he had no chance, absolutely no chance. He couldn't have hit that any better. Thistle 0, Rangers 1. Chris Boyd, the hero of the final. He scored in 3 of the 4 matches the Rangers played last season in this competition, and he's back on the mark again tonight.
I think he's enjoying his game. I've been watching him closely where, you know, one thing that does let him down is sometimes his link-up play, but he's been holding the ball up tonight, taking 1 or 2 touches, but just to top that off, what a goal.
Darshville, there's the ball across, and here comes Story. He's going to try and change the narrative of the match so far. Thistle 0, Rangers 1. Here comes Gary Harkins. Harkins has got McKinley outside him. Can try and play this across. Needs a good ball. McGinnis was there, and then Davis. I think have to be better. It was one of the sort of looping crosses, just invited a defensive header. Strong that time by Robertson. Thompson gives it away to Donnelly. McKeown. Well, he's certainly reading the wrong story that time. Back inside, McKeown once more. To Mark Twaddle being urged forward. McKinley in field, Gary Harkins. McKeown's made a great run up to the edge of the box. Good turn! Wonderful play from Partick Thistle, and Neil Alexander, who's not been overworked, brings himself into the action. Fine save.
Well, that's a good thing because Harkins has pulled short. It's him that's on the ball. And then just McKeown takes off, gets himself to the edge of the area. It's a great turn and a great strike. A fine save by Neil Alexander.
Thistle's first corner is a very, very poor one. Kind of thing just drives managers nuts.
It does, believe me. But I'm just looking at it. It's a good balance here McCall's got in midfield there because, as we say, Harkins, when he's coming short, one of them's taking off, whether it's Rowson or McKeown that time. It's a good balance because it's not just the 3 of them in a line, one of them or 2 of them are getting forward at times.
Yeah, Thistle took the lead at Ibrox in the Scottish Cup last season. Rangers equalised within 2 minutes. Thistle threw Harkins on to McKeown, nearly did the same. They will take heart. Donnelly. Rangers very strong. Papach onto Mendes. Darshall makes the run. It goes out wide onto Noble. Noble shepherded by 2. It's a poor ball across. Gary Harkins picks up, thinks about playing Robertson. That come off the elbow of Papach. Tell you what, Ian McCall thought so on the far side. You could see him jumping up and down there. Maxwell read the pass forward. Wilson gives his teammates the shout. Harkins forward. Loses out that time. Davis. Little flick onto Mendes. Darshville nonchalant back to the Portuguese. Darshville wanted to take it for a walk, didn't take the ball with him. Story could read that ahead in action. Noble. It's been another goal at Rugby Park. I kid you not. It's now 3-2. Aberdeen have pulled a goal back. Lee Miller from the penalty spot. I wouldn't like to be a defender down there with Jimmy Calderwood and Jim Jeffries coming in at half-time. Thompson all day on that far side. Mendes in field. Babach forward. It was important for John Robertson because he bit him late. He had to play it. If not, Darshall was through. Dashville lays the ball off onto Davis. Davis has got a good shot on him from that kind of distance. Comes there, plays it on to Broadfoot, closed down by Twaddle. Broadfoot knocked it across, that's important, header away. And John Robertson. And Mark Twaddle just being eased away by Kirk Broadfoot. Another match taking place this evening. Is at Motherwell and Hamilton, the Lanarkshire derby, 0-0 so far. Boyd plunked from behind by Ian Maxwell. Very quickly taken indeed, Thompson. So Broadfoot was down by McKinley. He'll get a second chance. Broadfoot with the step over, finds space, cuts back, drives for the line once more. He's loving his football this season, Kirk Broadfoot.
You can just see it, you know, people did know him as an out-and-out defender at St Mirren, and then just taking off, getting his Scotland cap, getting his goal, now he's dribbling. What's happening in the world?
Be a credit crunch next. Davis swings it across, Thistle defend, here comes Mendes! Important block wide. I think it was John Robertson that got there. Well, Mendes could certainly melt them from the edge of the box.
Yeah, it's cleared out, but one thing I did notice, Thistle, nobody at the edge of the box. Usually we'll stick maybe two or even one man there just to go and close the ball. We don't. False that man Mendes, and we all know what he can do.
Davis played it in, it was headed down by McGinnis. Story goes out against Dashville. Dashville on to Noble. Dash looks up, there's his option. Boyd waits for it. That may come down for Broadfoot. Poor header by Twaddle. Broadfoot sends it wide. Jean-Claude Dashville. First touch was poor, second touch was better. Closed down. And again, just knocked away by Gary Harkins. Thistle trying to soak up too much pressure. And just looking for the cracks that are starting to appear. Should Thistle come out a little bit more?
Sit really deep, and it's a shame for Simon Story that one of the occasions there, because Nova moved inside. Mendes did go outside, and he's got the problem. Did I stay with Mendes? Did I go with Nova? He followed Nova in and they gave it to Mendes. Just need to squeeze a higher line, try and close the space, because Rangers are getting a lot of space to play in front of them.
Well, the possession, only 60% Rangers. Surrounded that time by McGinnis.
It's all four of them, Paul. You know, it's not just Simon Story, it's Robertson, Maxwell, Twaddle. They all try to 5 yards. It's an unbelievable difference.
This will have some space. Played out wide. Rowson on to Roberts. Not much chance to sparkle so far. And there's no way forward. Mark Twaddle. It's hard into the box. It wasn't well defended by Weir. Mendes is there, and then Thompson. Story reads that pass. Finds some space. Looks up, tries to get it into the box quickly. Simon Donnelly brings it down. Lays it off. McKeown! Across the goalkeeper, and the Jacks go wild.
It's another brilliant goal, you have to say, and it all started from that man Simon Story. Not great defensively, but lovely ball into Donnelly. Picks up, reads the situation, gets himself in a wide area, picks out a lovely pass, doesn't he? I think Simon Donnelly tries to lay that off, it pops up on him, lovely little layoff. What we're talking about, one of those midfielders, Steve McKeown. And on the right hand side, great strike, right into the far corner, no chance for Alexander.
Great technique, knocked it across, there may have been a tickle of the glove. And Steve McKeown gets his 5th goal of the season. He's now Partick Thistle's top goal scorer on his own. And he enjoyed that. Cup tie on.
Not like Rangers, not giving away a lot of possession tonight, but that occasion, poor passing. Simon Story right onto it, lovely pass, lovely goal. Two of the best goals you've seen.
Well played across, turned away by Robertson. Was at Falkirk Queen of the South last night, so a couple of great goals. Neil McCann, Stuart Keane, Steve Lovell scoring as well. Two quality strikes tonight. Partick Thistle 1, Rangers 1. Boyd for Rangers, Kieran for Thistle. Rangers do tend to strike back quickly. Tuffy will sit there against Dashville. It's dropping down. And just thumped away by McKeown.
the man at the edge of the box again. The one before they didn't have him there. I think they realised this time Mendes got an easy strike in the corner before. That time McKeown, after his goal back there, defended well the edge of his box.
That'll flick through. Nacho Noble. Story is the wrong side of him that time. Noble throws it back onto Babac. Robertson heads it away. Thistle haven't conceded more than a single goal in any of the last 6 matches. Back on level terms here. Mark Roberts from Ayr United forward. Ian McCall will be absolutely delighted with his side. Weathered that storm, we mentioned it. Rangers had a lot of possession. Billy could have put the game to bed perhaps, but Thistle rode out the storm, and then what a reply. Moving forward again, here comes Harkins. Big influence on the game. Twaddle looks up, McKinley wanted it. Twaddle will go for the cross, for the block. And suddenly Firhill is a different place.
It's great character from Thistle. Go a goal down, it's hard enough against Rangers at best at times when you're level, but go a goal down to show that sort of character has been brilliant. Harkin's been huge player for him.
McKeown hooks it high. Again, it brings it down. Mendes away. Wilson was sitting. It's a decent ball across again by McKeown. Didn't quite fall the way Ian Maxwell wanted it. Here come Rangers. Broadfoot looks ahead of him. Darshall making the run down the right. Davis waits. It's just overhit. Time once more for my catchphrase of the evening. There's been a goal at Rugby Park. 4-2 it is now. Connor Salmon scored for the second time.
Just as winding us up, isn't it?
Hunter Smith doesn't quite see the funny side of things at the moment. His side, we're on top, but Thistle have hit them. And that's a lovely little ball through. Simon Donnelly, beginner, comes across, gets the touch, and lightning quick there. Don't want to concede anything. And eventually has to knock it out of play, had no support. And Thistle are applying the pressure.
Brilliant from those two. Donnelly talked about his intelligence. Great return pass from Matt Roberts a couple of years ago. Simon maybe.
I think Thistle have half a dozen cup ties now for the season. They've not got a blemish on the record. They've already got one semi-final appearance. League Challenge Cup, which in the last 4 for the first time in their history. Away by Thompson, Darshall. Robertson came across, it was picked up by Mendes. It's good tracking back by Rowson. Wasn't too bad a ball either by Mendes, who rarely wastes one. Broadfoot. On to Mendes. Comes Davis. Broadfoot forward again. Good play for McKinley. Forward by Mark Twaddle. Mendes with a nice touch. Broadfoot can't get it past Mark Twaddle. They found a renewed vigour with Partick Thistle. David Weir to Papac again. Chernobyl is away. Robertson has to come out. That's why Story tucks inside. Roberts, was he being fouled? Referee Conroy not interested. Everybody battling for it there, scrapping in the midfield. Mark Roberts emerges. Onto Donnelly, clever pass onto McKeown, gets it back again. Donnelly holding off his man, and then the foul from David Weir.
Not just great spirit from Thistle, great passing as well. You know, they're getting in and about it, they're winning a lot of tackles and they're coming away with the ball, but then the passing has been brilliant as well, as you see for the goal.
The Rangers haven't played too badly either. McKinley. These players who scored for and against Thistle. On this ground, scored for Ross County. Ball played in, Harkins went for it. Fortunate deflection and Bugera. Player on to Darshall. Darshall up against Storey. He's got the pace. Storey has to get in front of him. Darshall stays up. He rolls it across. This should be. Well, I didn't quite say a Noble must score, but I could have done.
It's all from the corner. Storey doesn't get the right side. They know Dashfield's blistering pace. Feel sorry for Simon Storey again, because it's Dashfield this time, outrunning him, pulls it back. And you know what happens with Nacho Novo? You don't give him time to think about it, he scores, and you give him a few seconds, those sort of things happen.
I think he had a few minutes by the look of that finish. Well, Nacho Novo scored against Motherwell at the weekend for his first goal of the season. Should have had a second.
Great play from Dashfield. I mean, unselfish, strong, powerful. Storey chasing him, it's a lovely pull back as well. He could have gone all the way himself, but he doesn't. He's unselfish, pulls it back. Chance gone.
Just can't keep it in. Four minutes to half time. The League Cup holders, they've now won it 25 times. One apiece against Partick Thistle. It's been 6 years since Partick Thistle beat a side from the top flight in this competition. And they were SPL themselves at the time, and they beat Dundee. Harkins plays the ball off onto Donnelly. Storey's made the run. Noble comes back. Storey almost got in there. We'll get a second chance to lay it off to the goal scorer. There's McKeown. McKeown pokes it through, just too far for Donnelly. And Thompson down the line onto Noble. Mendes wanted it, it's gone way past him. Goal number 4. Storey trying to flick it through. Storey plays it across. And Thistle enjoying some possession inside the Rangers half. They'll be praying they can get to half time without conceding. Rangers have that nasty habit of sneaking up on you just before the interval. Mark Twaddle into McKinley. Forward again. And Maxwell can head the ball away. Harkins flicks it on. We get it. You can do Suker out of play. We've talked about Partick Thistle, Billy. What do Rangers do differently?
It's an open game and they started really well. Obviously the goals stunted them a little bit, but still finding a lot of space and still playing. They just got to keep it going. They know at some point with the pace they're playing at and the types of players Davis and Mendes are, they're going to create chances.
Harkins looking for Twaddle. Twaddle might get the better of Broadfoot, but Broadfoot being strong. Good play again. Gets the head up, looks to see where to play it. And doesn't deliver as he should have done on Rowson. Knocks it off, the ever busy Stephen Davis. Partick Thistle starting to enjoy a little bit more possession. Narrowing the gap. Most importantly for them, they're level and gone behind. McKinley into the infield, all the way through to Neil Alexander. He's made one good save, could do very little about the goal. Twaddle, just a judge to be leaning into Stephen Davis. Referee Conroy, pretty good so far, just staying in the background, making the calls. Chris Boyd looking for yet another goal in this competition. He's already scored his 7th. This is 6th appearance for Rangers in the League Cup. Fired across, shout for the goalkeeper. Well, the defence shouted for him, and responded in kind. A good take by Johnny Tuffy. Oh, he's not asking about the birthday cake. No additional time to be played. Partick Thistle through Harkins, trying to spice Rangers before the break. Good tracking back, but he's away from Thompson still. Harkins, just too many Rangers players round him. Mendes knocks it on to Thompson. Thompson knocked over by Donlight, free kick. Walter Smith will be quite happy that half-time will come. He can just have one or two words, a little bit of thought about what perhaps he wants to do.
His team started well, and I don't think he'll be rushing to change anything too much, because there was a period in the game where they were really comfortable, playing really well. Just a goal sometimes stops you in your tracks, and that's exactly what's happened.
Is there to be one of the final 10 seconds from number 10? He wasn't far away. Johnny Tuffy saw it. The shot from Nacional was a strong one. Papac, infield, the referee looks at his watch and the whistle goes. Half-time in the Cooperative Insurance Cup, third round. And Chris Boyd, he scored plenty for Rangers, not many better than the one he opened the scoring with. His 75th Rangers goal is one for the collection. Steve McKeown too, a delightful strike on the angle. They're the goal scorers, let's see how they did it. Davis delightfully across, Boyd on the left foot, beautiful, ran it down the boots, no wonder he had a big smile on his face. Sometimes finishes just don't get any better than that. And then knocked on Donnelly, and McKeown on the angle drive past Neil Alexander, and that's why at a half-time at Firhill it's Partick Thistle 1, Rangers 1.
And what a cracking cup tie it is. I'm thoroughly enjoying this, Pat. What do you reckon?
Fantastic game. Often what happens if you get a goal for the top team, you know, the SPL team, you know, it can absolutely ruin it with the game, and you know it's finished and it dies. But no, Partick right back in there, chased everything and believed in themselves. Fantastic first half.
Yeah, that's the word, isn't it? Belief. You go a goal down to the Old Firm, it's always tough, but all credit to Thistle.
They were in the game right from the start. They played on the front foot, they got forward in numbers, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I think it's a great cup tie.
It is. Let's just look back at some of the highlights. There have been many of them, and one of the things which actually emerged early on was how impressive the Rangers midfield is, and how the forwards just really didn't capitalise on the chances, Pat.
Well, we see the ball there for Mendes. For me, the man of the match so far. I think he's been fantastic. But all the way through, Rangers midfield's looking good, playing good balls through. I think this one, we agree in the end, it is definitely onside, and unusually it's Chris Boyd that kind of get out of his feet, but it was constant. That's a good angle there, and it shows you that the right back's playing him on.
Yeah, and normally you'd back Chris Boyd to score there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's what happened early on. I mean, the midfield I thought for Rangers were excellent. You know, they won the ball. Look at that incisive pass again, and Darshable should really shoot there. And it's the strikers, I think, early on that were letting the midfield down.
Yeah, Nacho Nova's having one of those days where, I mean, he's so important to Rangers. He scored so many good goals, but it's just not happening for him tonight.
No, I mean, this really summed it up, really. You know, he's only about 12 yards out and he's over the top. He can't face the crowd or the cameras or anything, or himself probably in the mirror. But, you know, from midfield, Rangers looking really, really good. But up front, most of the time, apart from one occasion, they were awful. Yeah,
and here is the one occasion, a goal which in some ways sums up the enigma, the conundrum, which is Chris Boyd. He looked lethargic, he's not really been in the game, he was poor on Sunday apparently, and then he scores a goal like this, Craig.
Well, this is exactly as you hear, this is Chris Boyd. I mean, once he gets in that penalty box, he's a different player altogether. I mean, a lot of people would have brought that down and then he thought it was an impossible angle to even attempt to shoot from, but so much confidence in himself.
Credit for the ball as well, to be fair.
Yeah. If you're not going to say it, I'm going to say it then, the Van Basten goal. You know, what a hit it is, but, you know, it's a great pass. Like Fitzdavis, I think it is, fantastic pass, but as you're saying, most forwards, they're going to take it down, they're going to chest it. He only thinks of one thing. And it's absolutely brilliant. I think you're ready early on as a shout for goal of the season. That's a brilliant goal.
With every respect to Boyd, you would never have thought Van Basten and Boyd in the same sentence, but the technique was just sensational there.
Yeah, and there might be an element that he caught the goalkeeper a little bit by surprise, because I don't think the goalkeeper would have been expecting a shot then. But the technique, everything, just power behind it, and it was by Tuffy before he even knew that he'd shot. But that really was what happened in the first half. That type of quality pass was provided on numerous occasions by the midfield, but wasn't taken advantage of by the strikers.
Yeah, but it was big time that time round. Rangers won up then, and Thistle certainly were in the match as an attacking force, and they certainly should have had a goal. This was chalked off for offside, but I think we're pretty convinced this was definitely on.
Well, it's referee, so I'll hand over to you, Craig.
It's a really tight call. I mean, I think if we get time to slow it down, I think it looks like he's just onside. And to be fair, Rangers do stop. But it was an opportunity. You know, I think he's in line there.
Oh, it's clearly onside.
Yeah,
and
he's
there's
onside.
there's no argument about it.
So he's onside, but I think what happens, of course, here, Partick do get a goal, but I mean, whether they would have scored if the Rangers players had played
It came from left-hand side, and there were a lot of problems down this side here. Kip Broadfoot's getting forward well, but there were a few problems on the Rangers' right-back sort of area. Thistle were getting through. But that's a great,
Stephen McKeown, great turning shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, it just popped up in that area between the defence and midfield. It was a good save by Alexander.
That's a bad pass that by Thompson, isn't it? He's given the ball away, and that leads on to the goal. But again, that's a difficult angle, and he has to keep it low. He does exactly what you should do. And that shows
well, it is a bad pass, but look how many Rangers players are back. I mean, I still think they should be able to do that, and I think you've got to give great credit to Partick. Movement off the ball, and that shot across the goalkeeper is always a very difficult one for the goalkeeper to handle.
Yeah, lovely lay-off by Simon Donnelly too, wasn't it? Just beautifully weighted. Yeah.
Everything was right about it, and if you watch, Matt Roberts was falling in as well if the keeper gets saved. Absolutely everything. I think the manager will be purring about that, and rightly so.
Yeah, so it's been a cracking first 45 minutes. It's Thistle 1, Rangers 1. Looking forward to the second half, but of course there are 3 ties being played tonight. There were 5 last night in the Cooperative Insurance Cup. Jonathan Sutherland can round up the highlights.
Dunfermline put their SPL opponents out of the competition with 2 second-half goals in the space of 3 minutes. Graham Bain's towering header put the Pars 1-0 up. And from a corner, substitute Simon Wiles made it 2-0. All very satisfying for Dunfermline manager Jim McIntyre.
I said to him before the game that we have got Premier League players. Go and show that, we ply by trade in the First Division. So it was a wee chance for them to show that they can still play at that level.
First Division strugglers Greenock Morton took the lead against Inverness Cally Thistle. Jim McAllister with the final touch. And it took until the 79th minute for the SPL side to equalise. Ross Stokely with the cross and Richard Hastings with the far post header. 1-1 and the match went into extra time. And it was the SPL side that got the winner, Dougie Imrie with the volley.
Right onto Higdon. Slotted out wide neatly by Barrett. Onto McNamara. Missed at the back post by everybody, but not missed by the wonderful volley of Neil McKeown. What a strike from McKeown. Thompson looking for Barr. Barr wins it. That's a good ball through. Keane's come in. That's a great goal for Queen of the South. Thompson on the angle, Barr was strong on the header, and Stuart Keane, who's enjoyed success against Falkirk on the pass, with St Mirren, hits once more. Just comes McBride. Falkirk holding the line, and it slid through. Onside, here comes Lovell, the goalkeeper waits, Lovell's going to go past him, can he finish? He does superbly well. Challenge came from Craig Barr, but Steve Lovell hammers Falkirk in. He looked offside when the pass was made, and he was. He's still had an awful lot of work to do. Dragged it past the goalkeeper and beat Craig Barr too.
All my players are convinced he's offside. And that's a little bit disappointing to lose a game on that, when we'd fought so hard to get back into it, and a decision like that. There was 2 players and I thought both of them were offside, so it's disappointing to lose in that goal.
The next battle between First Division and SPL saw Dundee United take the lead against Airdrie United. Lee Wilkie with a header, Stephen Robertson could only parry, and David Goodwillie had the relatively simple task of heading the ball home. And United made it 2-0 when Morgaro Gomez set up Scott Robertson, who called the ball into the corner from 18 yards. Livingston held out for 24 minutes before Celtic took the lead. Glenn Lovins with his first goal for the club, Paul Caddis with the cross. And 1-0's how it stayed until half-time. In the second half, Celtic stepped up a gear. Lovens with a hook back across goal. And a simpler goal, it's hard to imagine. Georgios Samaras with the final touch. The next Celtic goal was a far superior effort. Scott Brown with the dummy, Samaras with the pass, and Brown was there to dink the ball over Livy keeper Roddy McKenzie. Game over, and Brown clearly keen to add more goals to his game. Sean Maloney still had time to claim his third penalty in as many games, brought down by Dave Mackay. And Samaras stepped up for his second as the game ended 4-0.
Celtic at last finding the secret of converting a penalty kick, but some good performances, good results last night, but one that caught our eye was certainly the Falkirk goal from Neil McKeown. Let's just take a quick look at the build-up to this, and if you fancy, count the number of passes. This was a really patient and well-worked move, Pat, was. I think it's 18 passes in the end, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, the Falkirk fans, give them their due. They know good play when they see it, and a good piece of play there. They're not getting panicked, they're applauding the fact that they're keeping the ball, they're moving. And the temptation, as with most times in teams and times gone by, to go and then lump it in the box, you know. But no, pass it about, wait for the opportunity, be
It's the
comfortable.
John Hughes way, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it's, I mean, not just because Craig's here, the D United do it as well. There's other teams around that are trying to play this way as well. But really, this is the way John Hughes loves to see the game being played. But the lovely feeling when it actually comes in and it's finished. Now, I was talking about Boydie's being goal of the season.
That's where Boydie got the idea from.
Obviously. The only thing I would say is to take nothing away from that goal, that's a better build-up. But McCann is left-footed and Boyd isn't. But hey, what a great goal. I'm just delighted for Neil McCann. Great to see that, and great for John Hughes. They've waited a wee while for that.
Yes, they have. Cracking goal. Craig, your side went through 2-0. Looked comfortable enough, was it?
2-0 is a funny scoreline. One goal at any point in the last 10-15 minutes makes it a bit nervy. But at the end of the game, you know, sometimes in the cold light of day, you think, yeah, I think we did deserve to win. We played well, we passed the ball well, very much like Pat was saying with Falkirk. We had to be very patient because Airdrie were very well organised. And I think if you rush things, you're just giving the ball away. So we're very patient, very professional, and the good thing was another clean sheet. Yeah,
and you'd be delighted to see David Goodwillie, who matured a little bit, both as a player and as an individual.
Well, we hope so. We hope so, but time will tell on that one.
Keeping the cards close to the chest. What about tonight's two matches? A total of 6 goals over the 2 games. They all came in the first one. Let's get to Rugby Park and the story of Kilmarnock Aberdeen from Chris McLaughlin.
Well, in this first half, we've had 2 penalties, 6 goals and a fabulous cup tie. 4-2 Killie for now, a Connor Salmon double. David Fernandez and Taul for the home side. McDonald and Miller on target for Aberdeen. There's been dodgy defending and some wonderful football. If we get more of the same, this will go down as a League Cup classic. I'm strapping myself in for the second half. At the break, Killie 4, Aberdeen 2.
Yeah, we've got a cracking game at Firhill. Sounds like a pretty good game at Rugby Park as well. What about Fir Park, the Lanarkshire derby? It's Motherwell Hamilton. Here's Scott Davey.
Goalless at half-time, but referee Ian Brines, who was in the news yesterday, issued a straight red card to Chris Porter just on the stroke of half-time as the Motherwell man went in over the ball on a tackle for David Elibert. It came at the end of a fairly sterile first half. Stephen Hughes driving against the post from the edge of the area. At the other end, Mark Corcoran couldn't quite get enough on Chris Casement's excellent driven cross to turn it into the back post. But for the second half, Motherwell will be reduced to 10 men. Chris Porter sent off in stoppage time at the end of the first half. But at the moment, it's Motherwell 0, Hamilton 0.
And of course, we'll keep you posted on those 2 ties in the course of the second half at Firhill. 1-1, and it's been an absolutely terrific first 45 minutes. A classic goal from Chris Boyd, and then a goal almost equally as good from Stephen McKeown for Partick Thistle. Let's hope for some more of the same then. Let's get back out to Firhill and back to Billy and Paul.
Thank you, Dougie. We've certainly enjoyed ourselves here at Firhill. It is well known for thrills. It may be a cliche, but it's been partially true. Tonight, Pedro Mendes has been lighting up Firhill with some of his passing. Rangers 106 SPL games in the last 2 SPL seasons together with Partick Thistle, 2002, 2003, 03, 04. You have to go back to season 92-93 when here at Firhill, Partick Thistle won by 3 goals to 0, the last one against Rangers. And Chris Boyd, the last to join us. He will not want to be on the wrong end of a shot. Jerry Britton, the assistant manager, of Partick Thistle among the goals in that night. So Rangers and Partick Thistle get ready to rumble for the second half. We've seen a couple of great goals, and we'll palliate to a conclusion tonight. Partick Thistle can get goals from just about anywhere. 11 of the 17 outfield players used in the 12 matches before tonight have been on the score sheet. And Ian McCall wants men to move forward, get forward, and that's the result. And Rangers to try and get men forward. 10 players sharing the 14 goals they've scored this year. Chris Boyd with 4, and Kenny Miller, who's got a calf injury and doesn't play tonight, with a couple. Good early play by Thistle. Donnelly into Story to check his run. Donnelly again to McKeown. Story was there just to really get it on the angle. Papach should get in there. And Simon Donnelly coming in from behind. Free kick going against them. So no changes to either lineup. Rangers bringing in Papach Novel and Jean-Claude Darcheville for this one. Harkin sends it on, but Thompson should get there. All legs for sure, Billy Dodds. Both managers will want the teams to start the pace, take the game by the scruff of the neck and really dictate the play.
Yeah, I think the game, the first half started that way. Rangers were right up for it. The boys were saying in the studio, winning a lot of tackles, great midfield play, but full marks to Thistle. You know, they got themselves up, got the back line up, got their midfield up on the game, started winning things and got forward from there and eventually get the equaliser. So I think, you know, Ian McCall will be well happy at half time. Walter Smith will just be saying, look, just get back to what we were doing at the start of the match.
Ian McCall guided his side to a replay last season. Wasn't happy conceding so quickly. The Rangers having taken the lead at Ibrox as Harkins just takes down Noble, who gets back to his feet. Tonight it's been Partick Thistle who've pulled Rangers back. Interchange, sees Davis with a bit of space with McKeown nips in. Papach on to Mendes, clever, through to Noble. Thompson again. Just keeping possession neatly. With no particular place to go, seems to play to Darcheville and then tries to play the money ball. It's picked up easily. Here comes McKinley. It's a good pass on to Harkins. Harkins trying to get away from Thompson, but credit Kevin Thompson. He read it perfectly. Twaddle then picks the pocket of Bergera. Some great tackling in this game. There's another from Thompson. McKinley feeds it wide. Harkins waits up against Broadfoot. So will go in the overlap. Harkins wants to do it himself, and Davis interrupts the whole party. Boyd. And nowhere to go. Kevin McKinley happy to rob on a 22-year-old from Stirling. Led it through to Mark Roberts. Not really getting the service that I know Mark Roberts likes, but he's very, very lively. Up front, Mark Roberts.
It's a horrible role, Paul, up front of the but he's had plenty of support, especially as the first half wore on. He got players forward to join in with him, but you're stuck up there yourself. And you're not getting great service up, you're just chasing things and you're tired, and usually in that role you just last an hour.
Head flick back and all the way through. Roberts can only flick it across onto Broadfoot. Jean-Claude Darcheville, all he got was a sore head for his troubles. Battling away there was Ian Maxwell. Referee didn't like it though. Free kick Rangers. And they try and take it quickly. Steve Conroy, 41-year-old doctor. Working against Kilmarnock in the last round. No doubt enjoying himself here at Firhill. Davis, to Mendes. On to Davis once more, glanced over his shoulder before passing it up onto Boyd. Good touch. I'll tell you what, Joe Robertson came across at the perfect time. Rangers have the corner, and you could just see exactly what Boyd wanted to do.
Yes, Thistle getting pinned back again. Dashville, Davis all involved. Great through ball to Boyd. Good touch, gets the volley away, but John Robertson tucking round there as good defenders doing, blocks it away.
Rangers corner, Broadfoot trying to find it. Come down onto McKeown. He might knock that back out towards Davis. He took the corner. McKinley felt he was being checked. He's a big man, he's got more strength than that. Mendes onto Boyd, offside. Definitely offside, tried to step back. Well, no numbers on the Rangers shorts, which is their style this season, but the rules of the competition state that numbers should be on the shorts of every team that takes part. We're playing under the league rules. SPL say you can have numbers on your shorts if you want. And a few SPL clubs this week have played without numbers on their shorts. It's just a little point. I'm sure Partick won't make any fuss about it.
CIS Cup shot, Rangers throwing out if they get through.
You're not trying to find a basis for Queen of the South, are you? The Cooperative Insurance Cup here at Firhill. Free kick goes against Harkins on the far side. Got spell down south with Grimsby, spell with Boston as well. He started out at Blackburn. He's got plenty of talent. And he's certainly catching the eye tonight. Maxwell forward. Almost came through Roberts, but just held off. Rowson loses out in the midfield. Robertson. Donnelly, good header infield. Harkins waits for it. Returns it to him. Rowson. Shot to Donnelly. That's made the challenge. Harkins out to Tuffy. Back to Northern Ireland full international squad, Johnny Tuffy. There's a few gems here at Firhill. Donnelly fortunate to get it back. Picked on by Roberts. Story can't bring it under control. David Weir with a slip. Ball bounces back on to Donnelly. Played in. Roberts hooks it across. Where on earth is Sasa Purbert's going? Oh, in fact, it's Kurt Broadfoot coming in from that far side. Well, there's calmness in your 6-yard box, and Broadfoot had to be calm.
You can see David Weir coming out of the picture there, plays him on side. Roberts hooks it across. I don't know if he thinks, if he knows anybody's behind him, but he takes 2 or 3 touches. McKinley coming in. He takes another one. McKinley wraps his foot around him and scores, but good defending all in all. He gets himself across and eventually gets it clear.
A long throw. Alexander comes for it. He was tempted. Maxwell swings the cross in again. And Ruggiero knocks it out. And Partick up a first corner of the second half. And it's Rangers who are being tested.
Just looking at Thistle, I mean, they've got 9 players forward. They're just turning it with Rangers. Simon Story's get himself forward now. Doesn't have to defend. 9 players forward in the box that time.
Corner which the goalkeeper will take very, very easily. Agreed. A couple of them tonight. Well, Alexander just felt a little bit of interference there. Booms it long. Novo waits for it. Story loses out again. Needs some help. McKinley came back. Story almost gifted it away. McKinley strong on the run. Checked. It's a good ball out wide. Mark Roberts, little twist, little turn, and he gets the free kick. Oh, very cute from Mark Roberts.
He's a good player. You know, he's got great skill, just lacks a yard of pace, but you get too tight on him, that's what he can do.
Well, they're trying to take it quickly, and they'll be hauled back once more. Mark Roberts started against Morton at the weekend, but he's had 4 of 6 coming off the bench. And he's been asked to play that specific role. He's done well so far. Set play. Back away. McKeown into trouble. Mendes always seems to find time. Mendes on to Novo. Davis has made a run. Boyd's there too. That shows the deepest to the left. Now Boyd moves across. Davis on to Darshall. Will return it. Davis. He's got Maxwell in front of him. Has to turn it back. Broadfoot's there. Broadfoot tempting ball in. That's a good header away. Novo, well, he was going for it. He had to go for it. The header came across from John Robertson, but he was fouling. And the free kick given.
Same 10 now. Thistle taking a turn and Rangers having a go. Novo doesn't know much about that. Tries an overhead kick, doesn't see what's behind him, and just kicks Ian Maxwell.
Harkins now popping up on the right. Into McKeown. Maxwell. McKinley felt it was being fouled. The referee right there says play to continue, please. And that's a nice flick by Davis onto Broadfoot. Here's Mendes. Thistle are stretched. Mendes read by Story and flicked on. Donnelly tries to send it wide. Buguera's misread it. Opportunity for Thistle. Just for some reason, Mark Roberts ran into Buguera. If he got past him, the world was his oyster.
I thought he was unlucky. I thought he knows that Buguera's off balance. He tries to take it first time, catch him out. If he gets it past him, I'm sure he scores. Great ball by Donnelly, great spot. You can see Buguera, he's off balance, first time past him, and he's in and goals. Unlucky.
End-to-end action in this cup tie. Cooperative Insurance Cup, third round. They're placed in the quarter-final. Novo heads it in. Celtic confirm with Inverness and the United of Falkirk. All have their places booked. The draw is tomorrow. Weir played it forward. Dropped down by Robertson. Story down to Roberts. Infield into Donnelly. And Mendes slides in. Ian McCall happy with the two managers?
Yeah, he is, because he's, these players are not having to defend too much. Story's more comfortable going forward. He's really done well this second half on the ball, and also getting forward on the left-hand side to Waddle. So they're comfortable, they're getting close forward. Rowson's holding a great position just midfield, because all he's doing is releasing McKeown and Gary Harkins all night.
Waddle though makes the error. Davis heading for the byline in the box. Pulled across. Good interception by Ian Maxwell. Steady at the back, the 33-year-old. That shot took a knock. Seems to be okay once more. Bunch of Buguera trying to come forward. Sliding challenge from Harkins. Davis looks ahead. Tempting ball into Novo. Back onto Mendes. Important touch away by Story. It's a good game. It's enjoyable.
Yeah, it could go either way. Rangers are having a little spell, and Thistle got the pitch and pinned Rangers back as well, so a knife edge.
Rangers have won the last 5 meetings at Firhill. 3 of 5 have been by a single goal. It's Thistle trying to find a way. Punish Rangers again, having got on level terms. Buguera forward. Maxwell up ahead of Boyd. Waits for Davis. Play again by Twaddle. Weir onto Davis. There's Nacho Novo. It opened up for him slightly, decided to go down the left. Sends it on to Darshall. Darshall going for the byline, really got that across well. Plenty of pace. Safety first by Kevin McKinley.
Does well, McKinley tucks himself in. Darshall and Story just slides it quick. Either foot, great cross. But McKinley's tucked himself away round there and got it clear for a corner.
Davis forward, Boyd up, won the header. And that's good defending by Story. Jean-Claude Darshall right behind him. This is a great angle to see it.
Giving Simon Story a bit of stick tonight, but I'll tell you what, that's a great piece of defending. Gets himself in front and Darshall scores.
And we'll just fast forward the first half hour of the match when he goes home to watch it. We'll be enjoying what he's going to view later at the moment. McKinley beaten. Buguera sends it across, Boyd waiting for it. John Robertson with a touch. Now Simon Donnelly. Harkins has made a great run ahead of him. He has to play it to him. Harkins comes in, just can't get past Sasadavat. The Thistle fans in front of us, absolutely enraged by that decision. Boyd, the beating of Maxwell. I thought he was going to just try and knock the ball down outside the box for the runner for some reason. I thought there was going to be a man in advance of him that time, Billy.
Yeah, it's Mendes trying to get forward. I'm looking at it a lot. I'd like to see Dashfield getting up close to him, because he is winning a lot of flick-ons. He's holding it up well tonight. He's got his goal, but you know, I'd like to see them play as a partnership more than maybe Dashfield getting a little bit closer to him.
Simon Story, the Aussie, puts it forward. And knocked out of play. There's been a goal at Fir Park. Motherwell had Chris Porter sent off after 45 minutes, and Hamilton have taken the lead. David Graham has scored there. It's Motherwell 0, Hamilton 1. And we'll be at Fir Park next week for European action. Motherwell are hoping for a bit of a boost ahead of it. It's not going their way this season. Dashville. Davis is running through. It's just played behind him. Paul didn't have the pace. Dashville. A strange little jump up in absolute frustration. Marshall just hasn't looked sharp in the goals in his last 7. Story looking for Roberts, easily won by Weir. McKeown neatly onto Twaddle. Feature man in the programme this evening, going to make a feature in the game. Moving forward, that's a good run by Twaddle, still going, well tracked back. Again, superb defending. This is really good defending tonight.
It's a great match-up, isn't it? Because Twaddle's quick, strong and aggressive, but Davis just matches him all the way.
Space for Rangers. Boyd on to Noble. Noble scored here last season. Well, Marshall that time could break for Dashville. Dashville tries to lay it off. Here comes Mendes. The ball was won. Across from Mendes. It was an important challenge by David Rowson. To Noble again. Figueres made the run. He'll send it out wide for Mendes, who loads. Well, he got it away pretty well, but the accuracy left a lot to be desired.
No, it wasn't great. Can do better than that. Gets the technique. His catch it goes over the bar, but Thistle watching him. Simon Story again, putting his body in the way, just blocking everything. The players have given Ian McCall everything tonight. Simon Story first, and then Rowson had to make the tackle on Mendes. He gets a touch. They're just giving their all.
Thistle lost at this stage last season, 2-0 at home to Aberdeen. Aberdeen trailing at Rugby Park by 4-2. Motherwell trailing by a goal to 0 at home to Hamilton. I think it's one apiece. 2 cracking goals in the first half. McKinley was caught fairly. That was well read by Maxwell. It's just not coming off for Jean-Claude Dashville. And McCoy Stout issuing some instructions. Donnelly on to Story. Story has to take on Papac. Drew Thompson in as well. Harkins is wide on the left hand side. Short of writing a letter to Donnelly. I'm not sure what else he could do to get the ball. He's going to, what can he do with it? Trying to hold off Davis. Harkins strong. Back on to Donnelly. Back to Harkins. Harkins lays it off. Rowson thinks about the shots. Executed it well. Well blocked by David Weir. Flicked up by Mendes. Just too long. They've stuck to the task.
Harkins is everywhere. You know, as I said, he's sometimes central, and he finds himself out the right, and then he's off on a drive and run, and then he's tackling, and that time the left. And Davis matching well, and then he gets to break the ball. Little lovely 1-2, lays it for Rowson. It's a great strike. You just think he's had a great game tonight.
And the ball across by McKinley, disappointing that time from Kevin McKinley. Well, Gary Harkins, he scored in the last round against Dundee to get Partick Thistle here And again, he's done another good performance.
Well, if you're asking a midfielder to support a third man, you've got to have energy, and he's in an abundance of it tonight. As I just said, he's been all over the pitch.
Maxwell. Roberts goes across. Broadfoot picks out Mendes. Mendes challenged by Donnelly.
There's one thing they'll have to watch. Rowson's got to sit, because Mendes cheating a little bit, not taking himself right back. Thistle are on the attack, they're pulling players forward. That's 2 or 3 occasions now. Rangers have won the ball, it's a quick chip into him, and he's beyond the Thistle midfield. He's just getting into little areas.
Mendes started his season at Wembley in the Charity Shield, wants to go all the way to Hampden with Rangers in this competition. Vergara wanting to run the Algerian, going out wide. McKinley comes across, the corner will be won. So again, Steve Davis goes across to prepare to take. 2 men on the line for Thistle, 1 on each post. David Weir comes up. Corner played deep. Knocked down, it comes for Weir. David Weir hooks it back across, no takers. Dreadful ball back from McKinley, rescued by Harkins and knocked out of play. Well, they scored 3 times in this competition for Hearts. David Weir, a wee chance here too.
A great chance. That falls to maybe a striker, like Boyd maybe scores, he screws it. Then McKinley, all left foot, he hits it with his right foot straight to a Patrick Thistle player. He's a bit lucky with his clearance here.
Later finish tonight, extra time and penalties, the possibility. Patrick Thistle looking to beat Rangers for the first time here at Firhill since season 92-93. Noble on to Darshall. Darshall try and get it back to Noble. And John Robertson says, thanks very much. And now Simon Donnelly looks up. Mark Roberts is making the run. Donnelly was short. Papach, simple with the back heel. On to Thompson. Thistle have got a bit of problems here. Noble looks up. That's possibly the worst option of them all. Took it off John Robertson. Roberts saw the run of McKeown. And we get it. Scoops it up. Saturday afternoon action on the BBC. And you can join us on 4:30 BBC One Scotland. We'll have reporters at all the games. All the scorers and scorelines Saturday afternoon. Boyd. As far as Papach. Story. Story's well forward, so he'll have to take the long run back now. Comes Scott Broadfoot. Interchanged by Rangers. McKeown just coming in for the wrong angle for the referee. And the free kick given. Just trying to reach round the corner. Davis looking for Boyd. That's by everybody. They looked good in the first half, Rangers up front. Noble worked hard. Boyd moved well. I think Dashfield's dropped out of it. I'm sure that's occurred to Walter Smith.
Yeah, I think lack of matches for Dashfield. I think he could maybe make way at some stage. Maybe Damarcus Beasley coming on the left, maybe Noble going up front to partner Boyd. You could certainly look at Kyle Lafferty for his height, maybe come on and playing against Simon Story, but there certainly must be at this stage now thinking about a sub-Rangers.
Amongst the goals at the weekend, Stephen Davis 2. The Rangers have scored in back-to-back games this season. Davis on the ball. Just watching the substitutes warm up. Marcus Beasley is one of them. Back by Rowson. Well, one again in the middle of the field. Harkins does well. Breaks down to McKeown. McKinley. Well, the idea was right from Gary Harkins, just a little bit too far that time. go. Lafferty, a little runabout and a stretch. He'll have to come up against Johnny Tuffy, a mate of his. Boyd moving through, trying to make something happen. The ball in field, perfect tracking forwards, and the goal kick awarded. May well be Partick Thistle that might think about the first change. That Chris Turner, 21-year-old Northern Irish player, is getting ready to come on. He was at Murray Park for a month. He was training with Rangers. He was on trial there. McCall watched one of the trial matches and decided that his Rangers weren't going ahead with him. He'd offer him a contract, and that's what he's done.
If he came back and put them out the cup.
You can get storylines like it. Mark Roberts. Evening is over. The 32-year-old in top goal short of the club a couple of seasons. And he's told, "You've done your job tonight." And he double checks that number, and these fans appreciate what Mark Roberts has done.
It's lasted 70 minutes, given everything, run about. You said it's a horrible role. Hated playing that role myself, and you know, you just run about and give everything. He's done that, linked up quite well. Now take a well-earned rest, Chris Turner on, and I think it's Simon Donnelly's turn now to go up front and do a little bit of running about.
And Mark Roberts can watch on. 22 goals a couple of seasons ago, the most for a Partick Thistle player since Mo Johnson scored that back in the early 80s. Jean-Claude Darchot has played his last part in this match as well. Rangers and DeMarcus Beasley ready on the far side. He's been used off the bench this season. Jean-Claude Darchot, just a second start. Onto Noble. Noble wanted the free kick, it wasn't coming. Turner gets his first touch. Browson onto Twaddle. McKinley sends it for Twaddle to chase. You have to whip it in first time. He did precisely that! And it's Gary Harkins who ends up in the back of the net and not the ball. But Chris Turner went for it.
That's a left back. That's a great give and go. Now what a cross Mark Twaddle digs out as well. Chris Turner flying in there just on, showing his energy. He's inches away, what a cross.
And they just missed that shaven head of his, and Ian McCall was almost a masterstroke. And as the Rangers change, and go Dashville off. Marcus Beasley. And his second appearance in this competition, played against Motherwell last term. Looked very out of sorts when I saw him against Kilmarnock. Here comes Turner. On to Harkins. Shaven Head Brigade breaks down. Harkins takes down Pamach. Tries to hold up. On to Nacho Noble. That's played wide by Story. There's very little Johnny Tuffy can do about it. He's been struggling a moment or two with a couple of the kicks. But he ran okay moving out.
As long as it's not his hands, just get a defender to go and take the by kicks.
Picked up by Story. There's a cross, knocked on by Noble. McGregor tried to get there too, it's McKinley. He stabs it clear, Pamach. Pamach across. And back out of play by Ian Maxwell. And this tie is neatly poised, so too the one at Fir Park. Motherwell have equalised. Jamie Murphy, fine young talent at Motherwell, has equalised. It's one apiece there. Motherwell down to 10 men though. That's Chris Porter just on half time. And there's obviously something wrong at Rugby Park. There's not been a goal there in the second half. Just a 6 in the first half. Perhaps the defences have just turned up. Here it's one apiece. Rangers That was poor. McKeown and Thompson going away, needless possession. It's most un-Rangers-like. And the longer this goes, as we approach the final 15 minutes, I know these home fans will have some hope. Rangers went shy of extra time last season in cup competitions. A match closed down by Turner. Boyd is offside.
Yeah, holding a good line, Thistle. You see Boyd just want to go that yard early. Simon Story's up, Roberts is up, Maxwell's up, Todd was up, holding a good line that time, playing at least a yard off.
It forward. The league leaders in the SPL against second in Division 1. Rowson passed it. It's picked up eventually by Davis. Sends it for Nacho Novo. We call it Nacho Novo now just up front. Marcus Beasley being asked to do some supplying from this left-hand side. McKeown. To David Rowson. John Robertson waits. Kevin McKinley tried to flick on Donnelly and trying to put pressure on Bagheera. Simply back his goalkeeper. Wide comes firing across, so to John Robertson, who took a head knock. Has to get back up. Maxwell to Twaddle. Tuffy, if he did have a problem, looks fine with a kick there. Weir sends it through and just too far. If you're Rangers, are you nervous?
Yeah, the game's died, and that can only suit Thistle. Getting to this stage, what, 76 minutes, and you know they're comfortable, and Rangers get no momentum about them at all in this second half. And you know, he needs something different. Maybe just get the ball down, start passing again, get some confidence, and work into good areas. But Thistle are right up on them and just breaking everything up.
1994, the last time that Rangers failed to reach the quarter-finals of this competition. It was Falkirk who took care of them. At Thistle in quarter-finals 6 years ago. There's Weir, puts the ball onto the roof of the stand. And Rangers might be rattled. They usually come through. And McCall knows that, just wants a bit more pressure from his side. Tries to battle for it. Doesn't quite break his way. Kevin Thompson. Check to go back, to go forward. Mendes. Looked kind of soft. There was contact. Is up beside Boyd at the moment. Back to Davis. Noble space off to Mendes. Mendes returns it to him. And John Robertson read it absolutely perfectly. And Johnny Tuffy too. So his defender had done the job, but the ball away is a poor one. Davis forward. It's Maxwell's turn to slide in. Beasley's first touch. And it's not a great contribution. That is his second. And Donnelly looks up. Hooks it infield. McKeown is there. Almost ran into trouble. Story digs deep. Thistle have players in the box. The cross didn't get there. Well, sometimes you come on as a sub, you want a good first touch, if not a good second touch. Marcus Beasley will be hoping for a good third touch.
I'm sure his manager will be hoping that as well. Watched him the last couple of weeks, just not up to scratch, and finds himself out of the team tonight. But got a chance tonight, but that's not the way to start.
Story with a throw. Settle for that, the home fans will settle for it too. And Ian Maxwell will come across. Papac looks on. One of the survivors from the ball are going to get up. Ian Maxwell. the long throw. Given away by Weir. Rowson. Back onto Maxwell. Left foot, it wasn't a great ball in. And an error by Weir. Thompson. Thompson's going to have to go for that. He slides away. Just not running right for Rangers. Can Thistle make them pay? Donnelly. Cross onto Harkins. Harkins almost away. It was McKinley who was wide on that far side. He's getting the ball now. He was wide open. Davis was strong. McKinley stronger. Still going infield to Harkins. Harkins lays it back. Donnelly has to go the scenic route once more. Chris Turner. A spell with Derby. Played in Ireland as well. It's into the cross wide. And Partick Thistle have the throw. We're supposed to have a happy birthday.
Sure it's 46, yes, after tonight.
Can age of this game. Weir plays it forward. Boyd, it's a good head flick inside. Mendes, Beasley running with him. Novo 2. Well, betwixt and between.
But it's that area, isn't it? Again, straight away, he just cheats on him and gets beyond Rowson. He's in. Yeah, the pass is not great, but he just gets that 5-10 yards sooner or later. You know, he's going to hurt you. You've just got to watch that. You know, if the two of them are going, Rowson's got to be make sure he's sitting there.
What on earth was Chris Turner doing? Nacho Novo. Novo going for it, trying to find the winning goal. He's going to get space. Rescued from a Partick Thistle point of view by Ian Maxwell. Well, Chris Turner, just a little brainstorm there.
He's turned inside and he sees two blue and he rolls it. Novo takes them all on, but great tackle from Maxwell. He matches them all the way. Those tackles sometimes win you matches.
Corner taken short and quick. Davis. Flipped it in. Johnny Tuffy says, thanks, that's mine. And he'll try and get things moving with Simon Donnelly. 8 minutes to play at Firhill, plus stoppage time. Extra time is looming.
Thistle were lucky with that corner because they switch off 2v1 for Rangers and it's only Chris Turner that goes out. If you're two out there, you've got to get two out, one off the post. They don't do it and they get a little bit lucky because again it was a poor cross.
Well, Rangers have previous against lower league opposition in this competition. St Johnstone, just a couple of seasons back. Rangers fans will shudder at the thought of the night of Ibrox. Paul Le Guin's men well beaten on the night. Here comes Noble. Right in the challenge, Rowson ahead of him. Noble on to Beasley. No magic forthcoming. Story with a sliding challenge. Get it. On to Mendes. Kevin Thompson on the angle. Boyd looking for it. Sends it back across. What on earth was Toro doing that time? His goalkeeper had told him to leave it. And instead of having the balls in the hands of Johnny Tuffy, Rangers still have the ball on the attack.
They deal with it, that's the main thing.
Davis into the box. Two go for it. Maxwell and Robertson. The goalkeeper up. He's got a punch in on Broadfoot. Didn't have to get out of the way. Here comes Davis. Davis flicks it across and Turner with a header away. Rangers camped inside the Partick Thistle half for the moment. They'll take a break in their own and then bring it once more. And I thought they were going to try and swing it out wide to the right hand side. They decide to use the goalkeeper. Robertson just did enough to put off Chris Boyd. McKeown onto Turner, back onto McKeown. Play from Partick Thistle. Harkins into Donnelly. It's the script written for him to get the winner. Donnelly infield. Papach with the error, stretching for it again. It's good play from Turner. Well, he could have gone down, but he's decided to keep going. Here comes Story. Takes a deflection off Papac. There was there a push at the back post? The home fans thought so. Ball back across. Goalkeeper comes. Good fist away. Davison only as far as number 8, David Rowson. Great action. Angled ball into the box. And that should be allowed just to move away. Now Kurt Broadfoot's challenge. Steve Conroy, to be fair, was in a good position.
All start from Story again. In fine second half, sorted out defensively, got himself forward. Don't think it's a penalty. Broadfoot's reading the situation, gets his body there. Thistle player trying to get in, but never a penalty for me.
Good shout from the ref. Thompson into Mendes. Rangers looking to try and find the goal to put Partick Thistle away and advance to the quarter-final stage. Partick have been dogged. Played some good football as well. Pavach sends it forward. Over away by Maxwell. Flicked on by Harkins. Donnelly just sends it behind McKinley. Donnelly goes in there again. Only got a touch on it. Play on, says the referee. Thompson throws it away. McKeown. That's great play. Story back on to Robertson. Rangers have lost 3 second-half goals so far this season. They've all come in the last 5 minutes of the second half. We are vulnerable. Just how vulnerable are they going to be right now? Twaddle looks up into Donnelly. That's a brilliant flick from Donnelly. The goalkeeper comes out. Rowson is beaten. It comes back to Turner again. A great save from the goalkeeper. Thistle with a couple of great chances. Here comes Turner driving for the byline. He needs some help. Story's there. They cleared on the angle to him. He does so. 4 in the box for Thistle. Story went for glory.
It's a majestic touch from Donnelly, isn't it? Just a classy player. Ball into him, spots it on Rowson. In and goals. He's brave. So is Alexander. Rowson's hurt. Alexander, though, gets himself back up. Chris Turner shot and he does enough to block it away. Great goalkeeper, but great all-round play from Thistle.
David Rowson hasn't scored in this his second spell at Thistle. He nearly did. At the other end, it's Nacho Novo going through. Tuffy comes out, slides to make sure he put it out. Didn't do so. What a great cup tie. Nacho Novo sends it in. Blocked by McKinley. Sent outside the box. Toro tried to slide in. Good battling from Broadfoot onto Mendes. Can he finish it with his right foot? It's deflected. And Nacho knew Boyd was right on his shoulder. It's absolutely wide open, this one. Not wrong. Turner. What on earth is Turner doing? It's the second time he's turned inside. First time it was intercepted, second time he just pops it to his boss. I'm sure you didn't want it. Boyd through onto Novo. It's 2-on-2. Nacho Novo. Is it back onto Chris Boyd? No fairy tale finish this time from Chris Boyd.
It's good play from him initially. Held it up, rolled it into Novo, backs him up. He's not set, he's off balance. He's got to dig it out. Maybe better taking a touch, putting it wide, but being the striker he is, he's going to have a shot at goal there.
Getting it down. Walter Smith and the McCoys looking on. Certainly concerned. Ian McCall. He wants no platitudes or the plaudits. He simply wants to be in the quarter-final. Not too much added time, I'm sure. Will be played. We're inside. Final 90 seconds. Partick Thistle looking for that little chance that might come their way. They dump Rangers at the Cooperative Insurance Cup. And the Rangers continue their impressive run into the quarter-finals. Good history of doing so. Here comes Mendes. Nova wanted it. It's entrusted to Beasley. Beasley plays it through. Boyd can't get there. Maxwell was in. And Robertson sends it high. If you like your football of the extra time variety, you may be about to get your wish. Broadfoot beaten to it. And Tward will take the touch, but he's shown too much to Davis. Now Broadfoot, Rangers lining them up in the middle. Good block. And the referee just wanting a word, I think, possibly with Twardle. He's just warning one or two players out there. No yellow cards in the match, been played in good spirit. Here comes Nacho Novo, he's away, Novo to finish it! We're going to be packing up and going home if Nacho Novo had his goal scoring boots on tonight.
Well, to be fair to him, his first touch is absolutely sublime. Great ball in from Davis, great touch. What's he got? Time to think again. Got to concentrate and getting over it. He doesn't. Skies over the bar.
Well, Clyde took Rangers to extra time in the CIS back in September 2005. St Johnstone knocked them out a year later. And the way it's going at the moment, extra time looming again, unless Rangers can find a winner. Good header away by Robinson, comes out wide, an unlikely source as Bugera forward. Davis flicked it on, and Johnny Tuffy wasn't being beaten from there.
It shows you Rangers want to over. Was humped in the box, and Davis picks out the pass. Could have had the shot. Lovely pass to Bugera. Just gets a header on it, but it's always going over.
Tuffy has to watch in horror as the ball was played away. Noble, this is great from Maxwell. Noble. And the corner kick is one. Well, Partick Thistle almost shot themselves in the foot, the leg, the thigh, the what.
Oh, don't lose a goal after that. It's horrendous from Maxwell. Better with his injured goalkeeper taking it the distance he got that one, but goes for the corner.
Rangers swing it across, Broadfoot gets it down, it comes down to Boyd! Somehow it's blocked, Tuffy in there, Beasley goes to ground as he slipped, and the ball goes behind, and the referee blows. The 90 minutes have produced 2 goals, it almost produced the winner. Down to Boyd, just went behind him, great play by Tuffy to block. Minutes of action, it's been a thrilling cup tie, and we're going to get an extra 30 minutes of it. Chris Boyd with the opening goal, equalised by Stephen McKeown, which is a cracking goal as well. And Walter Smith has some work to do, so too as Ian McCall. Well, the applause from Ali McCoix for his side, but Ian McCall will lead the applause. He brings them across to the middle. He gets some applause from the Partick fans as well. So after 90 minutes at Firhill, Partick Thistle 1, Rangers 1.
So extra time beckons, and not since 1993 have Partick Thistle beaten Rangers. My goodness, they've had their chances tonight in this Cooperative Insurance Cup tie. Having said that, so have Rangers. In the last 2 minutes there, good chances for both Novo and Chris Boyd, but at the end it's 1-1 after 90 minutes. And perhaps not surprisingly, Craig, the second half didn't quite live up to that wonderful first 45 minutes, but it's still an absolutely enthralling match, isn't it?
It was enthralling for different reasons. You know, there weren't as many chances for both teams in the second half as there were in the first, but it was always on a knife edge. I mean, as demonstrated in that last 5 minutes, Partick Thistle could have scored a great save by Alexander, and up the other end, right at the death, Boyd, who I think you said didn't read the script, because normally he is the guy who manages to finish these chances off. So, you know, it's a very interesting match, thoroughly enjoyed it so far.
Yeah. And we were saying during the second half, Pat, this is not a case of Rangers play poorly and struggle to beat lower division side. Thistle have been right in this from the start and are well worthy of the position they're in at the moment.
They have, and up until that last couple of minutes there, I would say in the second half Thistle had the better of the chances, not the better of the possession. I think still Rangers probably had more possession, but yeah, Thistle have played very well. You always feel in these matches, though, the longer it goes on, particularly as it goes into injury time, you know, the lower league team will tire more. Space will open up, and good players will, you know, will be able to use it, you know. But there were some great goals in the first half. You know, at the first half of the first, which hopefully we shall see in a moment.
Oh, I mean, you won't get two better goals, really, and well, not easily anyway. Great ball by Davis, and what a strike by Boyd.
Yeah, I mean that's a fantastic goal, and he is an enigma. I think you said that at half-time, because he can do things that other players cannot do in front of goal. And this was a great goal as well. Good bit of build-up played on the right-hand side, and that shot across the face of the goalkeeper into the far side netting.
It's actually great technique. Both of them did exactly the right technical things, but you get a feeling that game, that 90 minutes there, deserved more than 2 goals. I really think it did. I think there was plenty of incident. I think there was lots and lots of chances to score. I think Rangers were profligate in front of goal. I think they were very poor, and it shows you right at the end with Nacho Novo particularly.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could say that. I mean, Darcheville just was out of touch tonight, was eventually substituted. Craig, Nacho Novo's also been not quite on top form, and Rangers have suffered because of that.
Yeah, I think we highlighted at half-time that there was some great build-up play from Rangers, but with the strikers that were disappointing, really. Apart from, we take that goal aside, because it was a fantastic finish by Boyd, but Nacho's had 2 great chances, and he's blasted them both over the top of the bar. And even that one at the end there with a header down for Boyd, normally he would hit that first time, and it just got caught under his feet a little bit. Now, I just wonder, will it be a mistake now that wins this game? A tired defender?
Well, it usually is. And just looking at the lads there all circled round, I think maybe the Jags players did look a little bit more tired. They were getting their legs shaking and things like that, so I think maybe it looked a little bit more tired.
Well, we're just about to get underway with extra time. I have to tell you that once we get to 10 o'clock, or just before, we'll be moving on to BBC 2. The match will clearly now continue on beyond 10 o'clock. So be ready just to hit the button and move on to BBC 2 just before 10. For the moment, though, we continue on BBC 1, of course. There's a Thistle substitution. Off comes the goal scorer, Stephen McKeown, and on comes Scott Chaplin, who scored a couple of weeks ago against Clyde. So extra time it is. It's 1-1. Let's get back to Billy and Paul.
Thistle obviously needs some pastoral care as the Chaplain comes on. Rangers perhaps need soothing a little bit more going to this extra time. Went to extra time last season against St Johnstone, against Dundee United and Fiorentina. Penalty kicks decided all 3 of those matches. Underway, the first period of extra time. As the guys said, will it be a mistake or a moment of magic? Chris Boyd looking for that magic. She's sent wide, Ian Maxwell with him. And the Rangers fans on the far side, well, they're encouraged by that.
Can't believe that. That's a definite corner. It's good strength by Boyd, takes a lovely touch, goes to hit a shot, and it's, to be fair to Maxwell, he sticks again to him, gets a tackle in, but it's a definite corner. Boyd can't believe it.
Robertson forward, Weir with the header. The Rangers not having European football to worry about. Cooperative Insurance Cup takes on that added spice for them. Certainly to go out 2 competitions by September would make for a happy time round Ibrox Way. Thistle have been here before, taken an SPL side in the shape of Inverness Cali Thistle to extra time and got through in a cup tie. Forward from Weir, Maxwell, good header, had to get there, just a little flick back. His goalkeeper showing all his experience tonight, Ian Maxwell.
Well, he needed the touch because Nova got himself off Mark Twaddle on the right hand side, and if he doesn't get the touch, Nova reaches it and ends up as great defending.
Offside flag up. Brian McGarry's had easier nights, had easier crowds to deal with. It looked great, that. Full time at Rugby Park, a very disappointing second half, but what a first half. 4-2, 6 goals. Kilmarnock are through, and Kilmarnock 4, Aberdeen 2. Long looking for Nacho Noble. Kevin Thompson. Here's Papac, moves it past Turner. Turner beaten, Papac still going. Papac not on his favoured side, we'll dink it through for Boyd, shouts for handball, referee not convinced. Beasley, time for a bit of twisting and turning, floats it up to the back post. Broadfoot. And easily done away in the end by Ian Maxwell. We've seen this part of the match before. Rangers getting possession, Partick unable to get out. It's Kevin Thompson. Thompson, pirouette, tries to get on to Beasley. Beasley has it, looks up, it's very, very deep.
It's good initial play from him. Gets himself away from Simon Storey, gets inside him, nicks it. Just a quality ball, he's too close, he's got to blast it across here. Tries to lift it, but he lifts it too far.
Walter Smith approaching 100 games in charge in his second spell at Ibrox. Not enjoying what he's seeing so far. Maxwell with a long throw. Davis comes in field. Thompson forward, Mendes rather stood on it. And Chris Turner does play the pass this time, short for the substitute, Scott Chaplin. Turner again. It's on to Papach. Just how badly have Rangers missed Kenny Miller tonight?
Well, he was sharp, so I thought he was man of the match on Saturday. Played really well, looked sharp, and with Dartford off the pace, I just think that they have missed him a lot. He's intelligent, he was so short, and, you know, he's got a couple of goals to his name. Certainly got a few chances Saturday, missed them, but they've certainly missed him tonight.
Pedro Mendes. And it comes on to Sasa Papach. Papach looking for Beasley. Stories look much more comfortable in the second half. But for some reason he tried to go into reverse. Beasley plays it across, and quite rightly the referee brings it back. It was a free kick. A moment of madness by Storey, and the referee's decided that merited a yellow card.
Yeah, on cue for Paul, just saying how well he's playing, and then gives it away. But it's good refereeing that one, because the pass is gone, but he's pulling him back, and if he isn't pulling him back, he's probably hits a better pass, so he's got to pull it back and give him a free kick.
First yellow card of the competition for Partick Thistle. Fairly conclusive. Davis, Boyd and Weir are both up. Bagheera too. Solid header away. Robertson getting in there, and Chaplin sends it away. Thompson will be robbed by Harkins. Now he tugs the jersey. Referee will bring that one back for the yellow card, I'm sure. As again Thompson goes after the jersey. Harkins does superbly well. It's still Harkins going in, trying to play it across to Chaplin. Shout for handball, but the ball was right in at the man.
Not a bad run, really. Determination. Thompson can't live with him. It's just the final ball lets him down.
That'd be a good one after 6 minutes of the match, never mind 6 minutes of extra time. Bags of energy. Beasley on to Davis. Comes Kevin Thompson. Love-hate relationship with this competition. Will that continue? Be more on the balance and the displeasure. Davis was twisting and turning, but Novo couldn't get there. Moves offering forward. Beasley's got the touch from Storey. Storey had to be careful. Beasley's away from him. Boyd wants it. It's pulled back, and Novo ended up on the ground. Just seemed to stumble. Back with Mendes. Mendes forward. Flag stayed down. Didn't reach through to Nacho Novo. Bagheera misread that, so too did Simon Donnelly. If he'd nipped in behind there, he was off.
Tried to run up his back. It's Bagheera, big and strong. Good play from Boyd. He came out there and let Novo get on with it.
Angle ball, Nacho Novo again. Great from Papach. Lovely pass. Ball's out of play. And the referee, I don't think, has forgotten Kevin Thompson. Oh, you can't fool the good doctor. And he's booked for the tug on the jersey. Oh, Gary Harkins and Kevin Thompson can have a smile about it. Change is going to be made. It's the third and final one. For Partick Thistle, Simon Donnelly has won his race. The fresh legs of Damon Gray. Good play from Simon Donnelly. The home fans certainly appreciate that. Spent a lot of last season injured after being injured at Almond Vale. But Damon Gray, at 20 years old, has scored for Hibs, he's scored for Thistle, and has scored against Rangers, of course, that Scottish Cup goal. Price another one tonight. Here comes Davis. Davis moving through. Nacho Novo. Is it fourth time lucky for Nacho Novo? He must have done something bad to a Black Cat in the last couple of weeks.
How many opportunities? But again, it's just that little area. Mendes, Davis, it's cleared by the Rangers defence. They pick up, he drives a lovely little ball through. Novo got to hit the target, misses it altogether.
He's got 5 League Cup goals for Rangers. It would be a slight exaggeration to say he could have had another 5 tonight. But certainly he's had 4 chances that he should have scored with.
Yeah, at least what the goalkeeper, but a little couple of occasions over the bar, and that one dragged wide of the push. You've got to hit the target. It's not been Nacho Novo's night.
Ian Maxwell was off kicking duty there. It was John Robertson. And Johnny Tuffy will try and repel anything that comes his way. The moment you go to extra time, of course, you start to think about penalty kicks. And one of the goalkeepers becoming the hero. Down into Turner. Both sets of fans really getting into this cup tie now. Rangers fans behind the goal defended by Neil Alexander and David Weir, trying to encourage their side forward. Boyd with a head flick on. Tuffy wants that played back to him. He's a little stuttered in his step. Well, they've played all the 3 subs. Johnny Tuffy will have to see the game out.
That time he takes the sandwich instead of the driver, just takes it easy, just chips out the pitch.
To Thompson, Weir, and just certainly getting the bodies forward again. Papach lays it off onto Beasley. Robertson comes out. Beasley, quick transfer into the box. Played in field by Kevin McKinley. Gary Harkins up well, has to get the second ball. He does so. Damon Gray loses out to Bugera. Here comes Beasley. On to Papach. Papach, it's a poor ball straight to Maxwell. Simon Story. Damon Gray just a little weird to move in behind him. And they try and close down Neil Alexander. Boyd up ahead Robertson that time. Story brought the ball down. Poked through onto Chris Turner. Turner back to Story. Tricky start to the match. He's been booked for the first time this season. Simon Story typifying the way Thistle are playing. Still trying to get forward. Kevin McKinley. Harkins to chase. And Bugera was clever. With David Weir. Weir sends it wide. Thompson had to check. We get it infield. Rangers trying to find a way through. Pedro Mendes. Mendes on to Papach. Forward. Gray now trying to play that lone striker role almost. See what quality ball comes his way, but at the other end it's Nacho Novo has it from the long pass. Novo cracks it across, and that's good play from Robertson to make sure that went behind. That's not an easy skill. He managed it.
They had to do something because he was the one that stayed deep. Maxwell steps up, as you see here. Robertson stays deep, plays Novo on. He's got to drive in there, but Robertson does the right thing. Once he decides to stay deep, he's the first man there, boots it clear.
Corner, Tuffy came, ball got knocked away. Disappointment for Kirk Broadfoot. He scored from a corner for Scotland. They can't do it for Rangers tonight. Difficult one when you know the goalkeeper's a little bit hurt. He came for it, immediately went back, a little bit stranded. Just wondering if he'd be better off just staying on his line for the corners.
I would think so. If it was Rangers or Walter Smith having a McKeown, one of the strikers just to go right on his toes and not let him come anyway, because any free headers usually end up in the net.
Neil Alexander played a couple of times in the League Cup for Livingston, a clean sheet against Dumbarton. Lost a couple of goals against Hearts. He's lost one in his Rangers League Cup debut. McKinley sends it for Gray. Thistle trying to pick up again through McKinley. Turner went past Davis. Two Irishmen in the middle of the park. Davis lays it off for Beasley. Always wide on the right. He's taking refuge away from the penalty box. Last minute of the first half of the additional time. It's passed quickly. On to Davis. Should be an easy one for Turner to play away. Gray tries to get there, may break for Harkins. And now Chaplin against Magera. Make sure he plays it back to his goalkeeper. Ring ball from Alexander. Robertson steps in front of Boyd to win it well. Header on by Rowson. Gray tried to win it. Comes down to Chaplin. Sends it wide for McKinley. High in the air. And it's going to be a free kick. There's been a goal at Fir Park. Stephen Etienne has scored for Hamilton. It's his first goal for Hamilton, and they lead by 2-1 against 10-man Motherwell. So the half-time whistle goes in extra time. Nacho Novo again, the man who makes the headlines for the wrong reasons. He could have won it for Rangers in 90 Billy, he could have won it for Rangers in 105 in theory. Wesley Partick have the right of reply. You get the feeling if Rangers were to get ahead, it'd be tough for Thistle to come back again.
Well, the one thing they have showed is spirit, and it wouldn't surprise them to get back in it, but Novus had a chance to kill them off. It's not been his night. His movement's been brilliant. Now, let's give him some credit to get himself into those positions. As a striker, you've got to work the goalkeeper. If you don't hit the target, you're never scoring a goal. And it's not been Nacho's nights so far, but good movement, great game. And Thistle are right in this. Even if they go a goal down, you see with their team spirit, they're in it for their manager. They're getting up on the game. Great tackles, great energy. And if they can keep this going, it could be a long night for Rangers.
Ian McCall called it right tonight as he plotted the right way to play against Rangers.
Yeah, I think he made it tight. He's played a 4-5-1. Not give Rangers any room, especially in midfield. We know what Mendes and Davis can do. And as the game's gone on, that's when he's opened up. He's got his wide players forward and McKinley and Donnelly to start with. Now Gray's on, he's brought on freshness. So far so good for Ian McCall and his troops.
A great ovation by the home fans, the away fans respond in kind. You see the number 15 there, Scott Chaplin. We are 15 minutes away from penalty kicks. Are we 15 minutes of football to find the winner? Ball comes down, on to McKinley. Spun away. Here's Gray. Harkins has come in the box. Cut out by Weir. Led away by Bergera. Breaks off Gary Harkins as well. Gary Harkins, look at these fit-looking players, natural players. He does look like he could run all day. Handsome.
And night. He's just unbelievable energy. And Steve McKeown, to be fair. Chaplin coming on. And that was a great turn by Damien Gray on top of that. Bergera getting himself too tight. You get tight, strikers will turn you, and that's exactly what happened.
Gray battling for the ball. Started off his first choice this season, Damon Gray. He's played 2 of the last 3. I'm really disappointed to start on the bench tonight. But he's on, he's got his chance. Got his 4 goals this season. He's on the ball now, Buguera with him. Well, Buguera played in the League Cup down south last season. He was on the wrong end of a shot. Charlton lost to Luton. He doesn't want to be on the end of a shot tonight. Plenty of tired limbs out there. There's Damon Gray. Tries to pop up, beats Weir. Buguera in behind. Davis moves backwards, infield. Buguera onto Broadfoot. Broadfoot sends it forward onto Nacho. McKinley in there. Will be switching across to BBC 2 before 10 o'clock. We'll keep you up to date with what's happening though. Here comes Gary Harkins. Harkins tries to go through where ball breaks back onto Buguera. Harkins was looking for a decision there. I didn't think there was one to be had.
Well, he just tried to bust through. It was a great play from Damon Gray, linking him in there, but it's him again, just getting himself forward. I don't know where he finds the energy from.
Forward it goes. Damon Gray. Damon Gray. Back onto McKinley. McKinley infield. Here's Chaplin. Chaplin forward. It's neatly done. Turner. Turner still turning. Now Gray. Thistle is so eager. Turner for the shot.
Just like the finish. Rangers-esque, you know, the passes are picked out. It's brilliant. Just rolling it into feet, working it in the midfield, hit the strike at the edge of the box, laid back, and it's a strike. It's just not a great strike.
Bryson hooks the ball away. Rangers and Partick Thistle. Here comes McKinley. McKinley moving forward. Here comes Gary Harkins. Harkins strokes the ball through. That's a good solid challenge. And Kevin Thompson and McKinley face to face. Well, they have a little bump too. Well, the ball was won. And the throw in as a result of it. Kevin Thompson trying to specify the effort required. Ian Maxwell. It's the long throw. Go ahead flick on Kevin McKinley, sends it across. Came so close, and Ian McCall knows it. Also close from Kevin McKinley, but it wasn't to be that time, just wide.
There's a combination of Maxwell, Twaddle, flicks it on. Just wide of the post.
Welcome viewers to BBC 2 Scotland. If you're expecting grumpy old women, you've got 2 grumpy old men, Paul Mitchell and Billy Dodds, with you. We're in the second half of extra time. A terrific match, and you have to now tune from BBC 1 onto BBC 2 to watch the end of this. We'll bring you the last 10 minutes and more possibly. Join us on BBC 2. Papac into the box. Moved away by Robertson. McKinley comes across. He's got the presence to beat Beasley. Thumped away by Twaddle.
Rangers gone 4-3-3, Paul. Marcus Beasley on the right, Boyd through the middle. Kyle Lafferty away to the left.
Rangers have got a fantastic record in penalty shootouts, but you've got to wonder if your luck's going to desert you at some point, or your fortune. Thompson with a challenge. Well, he is the only Rangers player to be yellow carded so far. There wasn't much doubt he was going to get into any trouble for that. Just battling hard. So far so good for Steve Conroy. I feel he's had a good night. Partick Thistle have never won a League Cup tie at Firhill against Rangers. We're looking for that chance. Gray loses out to Begera. Beasley brought that down well. Boyd's to his right. Beasley coming down the middle. Robertson sitting off him. Boyd. Well, he's got a touch of the Novos about him at the moment.
It's brilliant from Beasley. You know, it's a great touch, and he shows his pace this time. Busts through, rolls it to Boyd. He's got to concentrate and keep it down. But you're right, Paul, as Nova did. Just gets under it and skies over the crossbar.
You just wonder, Billy, they've had the chances through Nacho Novo. Not so obvious through Chris Boyd, although he should have worked the goalkeeper there. If it could be Partick Thistle's night. Gray goes after it, but Begera hooks it away. Chaplin did well. It's down to Weir once more. Story slid in. 5 minutes to play. If you think the extra time is tense, let's see what happens should it go to penalties. Been over 13 years since these sides drew here at Firhill. They drew back in January '95. They drew one apiece on that occasion. It's one apiece tonight. McKinley makes the error. Beasley goes in. Mendes will stab it. That's beautiful from Pedro Mendes. It's tough on Thistle. The mistake by McKinley. And Mendes makes them pay. Beautiful goal, curled in. It's been a game of great goals. Pedro Mendes adds his name to the list.
You're right with great goals. But it's just, Craig Levine said in the studio, is it going to come from a mistake? McKinley just falling over another player there. The ball breaks to Beasley, knocks it through to Mendes. He's still got so much to do, but a player of that class spots that far corner, outside of the right boot, and that's a sublime finish.
That is what £3 million can buy you. Marvellous from Mendes. And the fans enjoyed it too. It's hard on Partick Thistle, but it was an error. Kevin McKinley slid in there. Kevin Toro couldn't get it. They've come from behind once. Can they do it a second time? Time is no longer their friend. Forward by Twaddle. Well, it's a mark of a good team. They find a way to win, and Ian McCaw will be distraught, absolutely distraught. Quality of the finish not in dispute. We will argue that the Rangers shouldn't have had the chance.
3 of the best goals, and that is a mistake. It's unfortunate, tiredness at this stage in the game. Sometimes you just got to get booked through. He tries to take a touch, falls over the player, but let's not take anything away from Mendes. All the other 2 goals in this match, absolutely fantastic finishes.
Chaplin moves forward with several of these Partick Thistle players who've enhanced their reputation tonight. They play Livingston, the league leaders, at the weekend. As the ball just gets chipped back and Neil Alexander will come together. Just been 2 knockout ties between these sides. Of the previous 10 meetings, 8 were sectional. Of the knockout matches, they've won 1 apiece. Looked like we were going to get the draw. We still could. Rangers ahead. McKinley looking to atone. It's too long, Begera. Good play from Harkins. He had to go for it. It is a goal kick. I'm not sure what Begera's got the problem with. Harkins simply had to try and keep that in, Billy.
Perfectly entitled to do that. I thought it was a great challenge for him. Harkins drops it to the leg round him, and Begera not happy. Squares up to him, but Harkins not going to give you time to roll that out.
Well, it's McKinley, just touches it on. Twillo couldn't get there. Delicate from Beasley. And right foot, right on.
Just tries to cut out the pass, doesn't he? He gets in Twaddle's way and breaks to Beasley. It's a nice ball through, but we've witnessed players in that position all night. and then you get the classy one, and where does it end up? Right in the top corner.
There's set to be no penalties due to Pedro. Johnny Tuffy wants somebody to come and take it. He can't kick it. 1 minute, there'll be additional minute after that. It's the charge for Partick Thistle. Again, sends it wide. Papach onto Lafferty, who's barely had a touch since coming on. Tuffy comes from goal. And Storey has to go across. Excellent from Storey to get it away, but he could only find Thompson. Now Lafferty. Storey took a sore one. Lafferty continues. Ball breaks on to Davis. This will temporarily down to 10. And Davis just couldn't get on target.
A thumping tackle on that far side. It was Chris Turner tackling his own player. Gets a sore when Simon Storey eventually comes in. But as we've witnessed all night, it's just another shot over the bar.
Well, the Rangers fans think this one's over. They're heading for the exits. They'll be satisfied, but they won't be happy. Pedro Mendes, the man who's made the difference. Inside the final minute. Rowson down onto Harkins. Harkins. Rowson infield. Here's Turner. That will break through. Rowson tries to send it on for Gray. Rangers will just clear the line any which way they can. It has to be thumped forward. It has to go long. Maxwell's up. And it's going to go all the way. It's going to be a throw. Oh, it's hard on Partick. Rangers have had the chances to win the match. They finally took one. Partick Thistle have beaten 5 cup ties this season. They'll bite the dust in this one. It's all over at Firhill. Well, Partick Thistle will quite rightly get their share of the plaudits. But all they wanted tonight was to put out Rangers. They had the opportunity to do so. They fought so hard. But Pedro Mendes is the man who makes Ali McCoist a happy man on his birthday. Walter Smith and Ali McCoist. No, they've been in a tough race, and Ian McCall. You have to feel for Ian McCall tonight.
He'll be distraught. Players have given him everything, got themselves well in the match, looked comfortable at times, and then suddenly to lose that last goal. But it was a great finish, and a finish worthy of winning this match.
3 great goals in the match. Pedro Mendes capped it all off, and Pedro Mendes is the hero, and that's why Rangers will go through to the quarter-final of the Cooperative Insurance Cup. It's finished here at Firhill tonight after extra time. Partick Thistle 1, Rangers 2.
Well, an anxious night for Rangers. In the end, Mendes' goal with just 4 minutes left takes them through to the last round, but it's significant. No great signs of celebration there from Walter Smith and Ali McCoist. More relief than anything else. Thistle gave everything, and in the end I think you have to feel for the First Division club. They contributed hugely to what was an absolutely enthralling cup tie. And in the end, both sides had a lot of chances, and most of them in fact were missed, but the 3 goals were all of the highest quality, Craig.
Yeah, we had those 2 top-class goals in the first half, and then we had to wait to about 5 minutes before time for the next piece of real skill. And it was no coincidence that it was Mendes that provided it.
He did indeed. Well, we can hear now from, I'm sure, a relieved Ali McCoist.
Ali, you wanted a birthday present with the Rangers victory. You got it just.
Yeah, it really was just. I think we scored 2 fantastic goals. We really did. But I can't believe some of the finishing tonight. We were very, very poor in front of the goal. And the goals that we scored were so, out of the ordinary. We didn't expect them. But we knew Partick would make it difficult for us, and they deserve all the credit going. I thought they played very, very well. Ian's got them really well organised, and they scored right after we scored, which is a good boost for them. But no, I'm just very, very pleased that we're through.
You said before the game you were going to play with a high tempo, and you did. But Partick Thistle, they really matched you toe for quite a long time.
Absolutely, I felt the first half We knocked the ball about very, very well in possession. Had a few chances. We scored a wonder goal. And then I didn't feel we played at all second half. Still created 1 or 2 chances, and I felt we could have won the game. But you're absolutely spot on. Partick stayed with us not until even the end of the 90 minutes, but indeed until the end of the extra time, and they deserve a lot of credit.
What a goal from Pedro Mendes.
Phenomenal. I don't think you'll see 2 better goals in the one game. Boyd's strike was absolutely sensational. And they'll be arguing about whether Mendes was a better goal, because it just looked a sensational finish.
Did you feel that Rangers maybe should have wrapped up the game before extra time, Ali?
Yeah, I've got to be honest. I don't want to take anything away from Partick, because as I said, I thought they played very well. But I thought our finishing was really poor. We had chances to go and win the game outright within the 90 minutes. And we didn't do that, and that's something we'll have to work on.
Just a quick question about Kenny Miller, Ali. You're not involved tonight. Why not? And did you feel like you maybe missed him?
Well, Kenny played very well at the weekend. I thought he was outstanding at the weekend, but he picked up a small niggling injury, nothing too serious. He didn't train yesterday, and we decided and it was in the team's best interest that we left him out. Hopefully he'll be available for the weekend.
Well, congratulations, Ali. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
A rather hoarse Ali McCoist, and I think maybe he's lost his voice shouting at those misfiring strikers, Pat. They missed a lot of chances, didn't they?
Yeah, well, we spotted it in the first half, and it just got worse in the second half. They got themselves into good positions. Now, give them that. I mean, Boyd constantly, Novo constantly, Dashville less so. But the finish was absolutely dreadful, and he shot himself hoarse, as you say. But he's a man who knows how to finish, so he's absolutely and utterly shocked that he's seeing this. I mean, once or twice, fair enough. You miss chances, and give him a little bit of credit. They keep on going back for more. But actually, it was getting almost embarrassing at the end, and Coisty nailed it. But then he could have been a pundit if he tried that, boy.
He couldn't afford the drop in income. Let's hear from the Thistle point of view then, Assistant Manager Jerry Britton.
Jerry, I guess you must be absolutely gutted.
Yeah, I mean, I think it says a lot for our performance that the guys are in there disappointed. Playing against one of the best teams in the country, and I felt, OK, we rode our luck at times, but to come in here with a defeat, you say totally gutted.
Partick Thistle really did match Rangers for long periods of that game, it seemed.
Yeah, for long periods of the game, and I think not only that, we created a number of chances, especially in the first 90 minutes. Our keeper had a knock, and that maybe forced us even deeper in terms of one of our centre backs going back to take a by kick, and we're getting deeper and deeper as the game went on. But as I say, in the regulation 90, I thought we created chances, and absolutely delighted for the way the guys went about it.
It was a very brave formation at a 4-3-3. It really seemed to cause Rangers problems.
Well, 4-3-3, if you're under pressure, it can become 4-5-1, but our guys were positive tonight, and Kevin McKinley got forward to support. Mark Roberts, Simon Donnelly did on the other side, so it was positive when we were on the offensive, but the guys worked their socks off going back to the park as well, so no, the formation worked well.
It's a really important period this for Partick Thistle, because you've got Livingston coming up this weekend and then Dundee the weekend after that. How do you pick the players up from this?
I mean, we're gutted, but games like tonight are a bonus for us. It's the games against Livingston in the league campaign that's top priority for us. Our guys have just got to take belief, take the positives from tonight, realise that they are more than capable of causing upsets as they've shown tonight. So take the positives and kick on in the league campaign.
And 14 heroes for Partick Thistle tonight.
No, every one of them absolutely outstanding. As I say, Johnny Tuffy, our keeper, playing injured for the best part of the game, but every one of them did their part tonight, and it's just we're disappointed that they're on a losing side.
Jerry, thanks very much.
Yeah, terrific performance by Thistle, but at the end of the day, it's not really much consolation, Craig. It's a familiar story. You go 50-50 with the old firm, but in the end, it's glorious failure. You just lose out. Every team has suffered in that way, haven't they?
Yeah, that's for sure. I think Ian McCall, interestingly, before the game, kind of summed it up. He said that Rangers would need to be off form and Partick would need to be at their best to win the match. Well, I think Rangers strikers were certainly off form. And it was interesting that the goal that won it was provided by one of the midfield players who had a good game. And I thought Partick played probably as well as they could. And to win it, they needed to take maybe David Rowson's chance just before the end. But they performed admirably. It is a big disappointment, but they will be able to take a lot of positives from the game.
Oh, without a doubt. And they had chances. I mean, I suppose much of the attention will be in the number of chances Rangers missed. Thistle had chances too, Pat.
They certainly did, and also I think in midfield they were really good. I mean, they fought in the battle. We were saying in the first half Mendes was looking brilliant. He was finding space, but you know, credit Thistle in the second half. They closed down that area quite a lot. He get less space because he's a quality player, and when you give him space, as we know, he's going to make good use of it. But Thistle didn't give him as much space in the second half. Now, credit the players, but also credit Ian McCall as well, seeing where the problems were, organising his side in such a way, and the players knowing what to do and doing the right thing. So, yeah, they got it right in midfield. They tackled at the back constantly all the way through. I mean, the last 5 or 10 minutes, they spent so much of their time on the deck because they had run out of energy, and it really did take great goals to beat them. Simple as that.
All right, let's take a look then at the goal which proved to be the winner in this cup tie. It came 4 minutes from the end of extra time and scored by a real class act. Pedro Mendes, he was absolutely sensational, first half particularly, and just the quality of the finish here, you just have to hold your hands up and admire it, Craig.
Yeah, it fell to the right man for Rangers, but there was an error here again, just a little bit of mental tiredness from the Partick Thistle players. The ball sat up perfectly, but that requires a great degree of skill just to get the finesse to put the ball round the goalkeeper, and he has got that quality. And you know, I think he said £3 million worth of talent. Well, I think Ian McCall's £3 million players weren't available tonight.
Yeah, failed an injury after a late fitness test. But yeah, that technique, that just guiding it in almost with the outside of the boot, Pat, that doesn't come to every player, does it?
Well, he was a class act on display tonight of all the players that were playing. I think if it had landed to anyone else's foot, maybe apart from Boydie, then I'm certain they wouldn't have finished it. I'm certainly Nacho Novo wouldn't have finished that goal tonight in that position, or Dashville, etc. However, it did fall to him, and partially it's deserving because he finds space in an intelligent way that other players wouldn't do it.
How does he do it?
How does he do it? Because he watches the opposition. You know, he's not just following the ball, chasing the ball. He's watching the opposition, and then when they go and chase on a little bit, he knows where the space is going to be. Picks it up every single time, and I don't know who they're playing next week. Whoever the manager is will make sure that he's covered them. You know?
We play them. I think it's after the international break. I remember.
Yeah.
Or maybe a week on Saturday. I can't remember.
Yeah,
we've got Hearts on Saturday. I remember that.
Saturday, yeah.
He uses that space. Well, normally a player would sit in front of the back four, would kill that space. Well, Partick didn't have that for periods of time tonight, and he just found that gap time and time again. And when he gets it, he plays quick one-touch moves when it's on, and he so rarely gives the ball away. He's got intelligence about it. He's got great talent of finding players, but good talent in finishing as well. And in the end, I think he's made Rangers twice as good a team as they were before.
Yeah, that's something I've referred to it several times during the game, Craig. Just the number of one-touch passes that he plays. He just has this wonderful vision and ability to read the game and see where players are moving.
Yeah, particularly against players from, I mean, he can do it at any level, but when you come down a level, and when Partick got a little bit encouragement going forward in the second half in particular, what happens is their players rush forward and they don't have the awareness of maybe an international player, and he uses that to his advantage. You know, just as Pat said, he watches players and looks for space. And then if you do that and you play in a good team with guys who can pass the ball, you'll end up in possession of the ball. And he just knocks it off. He just has the ability to see a pass and to choose correctly. And that sometimes is the difference between good players and bad players. Every now and then somebody can hit a perfect pass. The good players can do it 9 times out of 10. And more importantly, they make the right choice of pass as well.
Yeah, the buzzword is game intelligence, isn't it? And I mean, it's a difficult thing to coach. I mean, some of your players, no doubt, are watching the game tonight. Will you talk to them tomorrow morning about how Mendes was as effective as he was, and hope to see signs in your players that somebody can do the kind of things that he does? Yeah, but I think when you're coaching players, things don't happen like that. They don't change overnight. They have to be educated on a regular basis. And I think once they get experience as well, that also helps. But the tendency is during matches, I mean, the strikers constantly score goals because defenders ball watch. But midfield players ball watch as well. You know, when the game's going on, they're watching to see where the ball is instead of maybe paying attention to the man they should be marking. And he uses that. The best strikers, Alan Shearer, fantastic at it. In the box, watching his opponent rather than the ball at times, and just drifting off into a space.
Yeah, they go where the players aren't.
Yeah.
It's a very, very simple statement.
Sounds so simple, doesn't
it? It does sound simple, but the good players do that. And Mendes was very, very special. But I think particularly in the first half, I think maybe in the second half he looked as if he tired a little bit, and I think he was carrying Rangers. But in the first half, he looked a class. So far
credit to
above
Thistle
others.
that Mendes had less space in the second half. It wasn't as easily found. Ian McCall spotted that and squeezed the space, I suppose.
Okay, all the space in the world, they could have done nothing about Boyd's goal. It was fantastic the way. I mean, that was for me a phenomenal volley. If it's for his left foot, for a player who's used to he's normally right foot, he's good with the air in the air as well, but an actual left-footed as well. And he knows he's going to do it. But what ball? I was just surprised it wasn't Mendes that played that ball in there, but it was Davis. And that's a hit and a half, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's interesting, and Pat and I played football for a lot of years, but when you see a goal like that, right away you look at each other and think, that's special. You know, you see a lot of goals in your career.
That's a great angle, that. You just see Davis looking up time and time again. It's almost a quarterback in American football. It's perfection. And
he dropped it absolutely perfectly for Boyd, but Boyd still had to finish it brilliantly, which he did. And that's what Boyd gives you. It is said a lot of things he can't give you, but he can give you that, and that's priceless. Having said that, great Thistle goal, lovely ball, interception by Story, lovely touch from Simon Donnelly, and another great finish.
Well, the big thing about it is they didn't bottle it. There was no fear at all about Partick Thistle when they went one down. They came back into it. They believed in themselves. And everything about this was technically good. That's a great kill. And you put it across the goalkeeper knowing that if he saves it at all, it's going to be a tap-in for Mark Roberts, who's caught falling in. Everything about that goal was technically good as well. I don't think there was any particularly bad defending there. And how often do you say that about a goal?
Great cup tie, 3 terrific goals, and in the end, Rangers squeezed through with a goal 4 minutes from the end of extra time. 2 other ties tonight as well, and they both seem to have been pretty gripping cup ties as well. Let's go firstly to Rugby Park, Kilmarnock Aberdeen. Chris McLaughlin.
Well, it's Kilmarnock who sail into the quarter-finals after a League Cup classic here at Rugby Park. 4-2 had finished, with all the goals coming in the first 30 minutes. For the home side, a Connor Salmon double, a David Fernandez strike, and a Towell penalty done the damage. Very dodgy defending apart, Aberdeen impressed too, though, in one of the most open games this competition has seen. McDonald and Miller got the goals for the visitors, but again it was the Dons rear guard who let them down. Jeers again from their fans at the final whistle, but the Killie crowd delighted, amazed and thoroughly satisfied. Don't miss the highlights. Full time at Rugby Park, it finished Kilmarnock 4, Aberdeen 2.
6 goals and all of them in the first half, and the other match tonight at Fir Park also went to extra time. The Lanarkshire derby, Motherwell Hamilton. Let's hear the story of that one from Scott Davey.
Stephen Etienne's first goal for Hamilton Accies was enough to take them through to the quarter-finals in a quite astonishing game at Fir Park. If the former Lyon player was the man that mattered most in the end, then really Ian Brines played a big part in this game too. He sent off 2 players and he issued 12 yellow cards in total. Chris Porter sent off in first half stoppage time. Simon Mensing, the Hamilton midfielder, former Motherwell player, sent off in extra time in a quite explosive derby that burst into life when David Graham opened the scoring in 53 minutes. The 10-man side battled valiantly. Jimmy Murphy equalising and taking it into extra time, but there was to be no happy ending for the home side. Hamilton finishing winners by 2-1 on a night of high drama at Fir Park.
So it's Rangers, Kilmarnock and Hamilton who go through to the next round of the Cooperative Insurance Cup. We're back, of course, Saturday afternoon as always, 4:30 Sports Scene, results and reports from around the grounds. Monday, of course, Sports Scene 10:35. You can see the goals online from Sunday evening. And don't forget, next Thursday night, Nongsea come to Motherwell in the UEFA Cup. It's been a terrific night of cup tie football here on BBC One and BBC Two. Good night.